Thank you for your attention, and let's go Vikings!
Old school, ain't they? Lord, did you see that? Old school.
The Vinton County Board of Education, Superintendent, Principal, and Athletic Council of this high school extend to each of you a cordial welcome, and we are pleased that you are here tonight. The Rock Hill High School and Vinton County High School are members of the Ohio High School Athletic Association and abide by high standards of conduct, competition, and relations with member schools. The athletes in this game are friendly rivals. While play may be fierce, all in attendance tonight are reminded that this is a game between youngsters and that supporting behavior is expected. The officials assigned to this game have been selected and assigned according to the procedures adopted by the Ohio High School Athletic Association. And the officials are referee Brandon Leaf, umpire Jason Dearman, linesman Rich Bunner, line judge Randy Klauser, back judge Ben Miller, and center judge Phil Wilson.
Turn off the camera, save battery.
That was the second half of this? What was, oh, I see. Why in the world did he do that?
Hello? What the deal?
Where we're going to be. Behind our cameras. We can sit right here. I'll sit right here. We can make it work, Nick. Or just give me the headphones. I'll talk English. Did I say that out loud? I'm sorry, Barry. Just listen to me. We're just doing corners and school. Your fault. Is this live one here? I'll just go ahead and start for you guys.
Welcome everybody to BMG Media's live coverage of Vinton County Vikings football. It's the 2022 home opener for the Vikings tonight against Rock Hill. Nathan Lamb here alongside my partner Brad Rose. We got a few minutes before the kickoff here, Brad. Rock Hill coming into the game 0-1 on the season, lost to Memphis last week. The Vikings 0-1, lost to Unioto last week. Both teams coming in 0-1. Can't afford an 0-2 start here for neither one of these teams. Rock Hill struggled to score. Vinton County struggled to score. Defensively, the Vikings were a little better than what Rock Hill showed against Memphis last week. But what's the key tonight for these teams to pick up a win in week 2?
These teams are very similar on film. They run the same kind of defense. Offensively, they want to do the same kind of things. I think you're going to see a real old-school football game tonight, Nathan. I mean, you're going to see the ground and pound. Defensively, you're going to see a lot of sure tackling in that secondary. Honestly, I think the difference in the game, and it was last week, is going to be turnovers. If we can force turnovers early, then maybe we'll get the edge. If they do, then, you know, you get out to a couple scores early, that might be a ball game.
Right. I think you're exactly right, Brad. I think it's going to be one of those old-school ground and pound football games. First time these two teams are meeting on the gridiron in 17 years, Bradley.
It's been a while. I remember those games, Nate. Do you?
Yes, I do. From 1996 to 2005, these two teams played in week 2 every year. It was a pretty good rivalry back in the day. Both teams seemed to. It was a competitive series. Both teams won, their fair share of those ball games. I remember going down to some of the games at the old school at Rock Hill. Opened up the first game at the new field down at Rock Hill, which is still one of the nicest fields in Southeast Ohio, which we'll get to see next year when we travel down to Rock Hill. But yes, I agree. The Vikings in the helmet now, getting ready to take the field for the first time here at Viking Stadium. We await the 2022 Vikings.
The field looks good tonight, Nate. We were a little concerned about field conditions after after our scrimmage there 3 weeks ago.
Yeah, we'll talk a little bit about that. We had a scrimmage with Columbus South, Chillicothe, and Portsmouth West here 3 weeks ago. The field was, let's just say, left in shambles after that scrimmage. But it has taken nicely over the last few weeks. I know we were concerned with what it would look like in week 1, and I think it looks about as good as it did before, to be honest with you.
They did an excellent job.
So here come the 2022 Vinton County Vikings for the first time at home with the battle axe and the flags. Get a nice crowd on hand. Viking fans showing out. Rock Hill filling the away bleachers as Rock Hill takes the field, and we're going to await a very competitive game, I feel, Brad.
I think so. Again, it's going to be something that we're not quite used to. Is you're not going to see a whole bunch of passes in this game. They could surprise me, but if you watch film, neither one of these teams want to throw more than a half dozen passes or so.
And looking over the Rock Hill roster, they've got north of 5 kids that are over 300 pounds.
Wow. I wasn't aware of that.
Yes.
I didn't see the weights.
This is a very big team. Very big team. And Rock Hill won the coin toss.
A reminder that Rock Hill won the coin toss, deferred to the second half. Vinton County elected to receive and will be getting in the south-north.
So the Vikings will receive here in the beginning of this one, the home opener, 2022. Beautiful night for high school football here. Couple weeks in a row, it's been pretty good weather, Brad.
It is, and for an August game, it's not blistering hot either.
Yes. So Matt Hembry and Lane Habron will be deep for the Vikings.
2 exciting players, a sophomore and a junior there.
Deep for Vinton County on the kickoff is Matt Hembry, number 2.
Christian DePriest will do the kicking for
Lane Habron.
Rock Hill.
For Rock Hill.
As we get ready to start this one from MacArthur. Non-conference action, Vinton County and Rock Hill. And it's underway as a squib kick. Fall, who was that fell on it there? 24, that was Byron Brisker.
Picked up by Byron Brisker.
So Byron Brisker, good hands there, quick reaction, covers that one. Vikings will start decent field position at the 31.
After a 29-yard kickoff, ball is on the Vinton.
Interested to see what the backfield looks like here, Nathan.
As they begin their first offensive drive.
The Vikings in the wing tee. No, let's see, we've got Lane Habron in the backfield and a flag as we've got a sideline warning.
Well, that didn't take long.
So, Brad, last week at Unioto, before the first snap, we had a sideline warning on the Vikings.
Word must get around a little bit. Any game that Vinton County's involved in, there's going to be one of those.
So Zeke Mullahan under center. Lane Habron in the backfield. In the tee. Hand off to Brown, and he's going to be swallowed up. That Rock Hill, that big Rock Hill defensive line.
Yeah, they were. The white jerseys were in the backfield quick and early on that first play, Nathan.
11.
Loss of 1 on the play. Vikings in the tee again, same formation here. Lane Habron in the backfield. And a false start on the Vikings as they're going to call Matt Hembry.
Defensively, Rock Hill has the box stacked. They're expecting run, and they want Vinton County to prove otherwise.
So the Vikings have gone back 6 yards now in 2 plays. Well, 1 play, really. Haven't got the second play off. They'll come out in the wing tee again this time. Mollahan, Garrett Brown. The handoff is up the middle to Habron, and he picks up about 1 yard, maybe 2.
That's tough. I really think for Vinton County to be successful tonight, they've got to hit those outside runs tonight. You know, that's seemed to be what Menford did to Rock Hill to really expose them, and we've yet to see that.
So it's now 3rd down and 14. The Vikings' offensive struggles continue here early on in this game. See if they go to the outside here. Brown in motion. The pitch is to Brown to the outside. He's got a little bit of space. Picks up about 6 yards, but it's not going to be enough to get the first down. But I like the call, Brad. Got out in space, got the corner, made something happen.
Yeah, I think that's what we're going to have to do tonight. To have success tonight, you're not going to run between the tackles a whole lot. We've got to expose those outside lanes, and that's what they did there. And you saw we had a little success.
A 4th down and 7, and the Vikings will punt. Gabe Ratschke will do the punting duties. Now, Ratschke last week did the rugby-style punt where he ran to the right.
Yeah, very unique for a high schooler.
Did the same thing there. Nice kick.
Punt, unexpected. Look at the.
That's going to be inside the 20. And roll out of bounds at the 14-yard line.
Could you ask for anything better?
No.
Was that beautiful or what?
That was a 53-yard kick.
It's 53, yeah, about 53 yards. I'd say you're right.
Pretty good punt for high school. 9:31 to go in the first quarter. It is scoreless here.
After a punt of 42 yards, Rock Hill's ball on their 14-yard line. Rock Hill first
Interested
down.
to see what we see here defensively, Nate. Looks like we're going to come out in a 4 front, possibly. Again, like I said, you're going to see kind of the similar defense out of Rock Hill, or similar offense, I'm sorry.
Nice tackle by Heyer.
Adams, handoff to Giles. Pick up of 1. Brings about 2nd down and 9. Tackle on the play. Won by Owen Heyer.
There's another run up the middle. Initially hit by Hembry. It's going to be close to a 1st down for Rock Hill.
Adams' handoff was to DeLong.
That was Chase DeLong on the carry, the senior.
Thacker. Pick up of 5 yards on the play. Brings about 3rd down and
It's a big 3rd down here for the Vikings. Third and 3. 8:07 to go first quarter. Play clock running down, and we're going to have a penalty here. Offsides. So that's going to give Rock Hill 1st down.
Yeah, these are the types of things that we need to clean up, Nate. We can't afford to be having these kind of types of mistakes.
go. Rock Hill yardage enough for a first down.
So a false start on offense and a
They'll begin 1st and 10 on their 25th
offsides on defense, Brad, to start this one.
Again, defensively, we're running that kind of 4-2 hybrid, 5 DBs, similar to what Rock Hill runs. They run their DBs responsibilities a little differently than we do, but
they are big up front.
they do have the size edge on us. I don't know if they're as strong as us, but
Full
we'll
house
see.
backfield, Adams. Handoff there.
Adams hands off to Kidd.
That was 32, Skylar Kidd. Now, this is a similar style offense to us, Brad, in where you have 3 or 4 different
backs.
Yeah, backs that you can hand the ball to and do get the ball.
Yes. The one thing it's a little different, they kind of run 2 tight end sets more than we do. You know, we run a single wide receiver a lot. You don't see that double tights a whole bunch. But they run a true old school pack, and here they go.
We go to the wing T.
Yeah,
and handoff up the middle. Pushing forward, and there's a flag that came in from the side and the back.
Wow, the yellow laundry's starting to get pretty deep already, Nathan.
We'll see what this is called here. The run was good for about 5 yards.
Against VC.
There's a flag on the play.
Nope. Rock Hill.
Could be multiple penalties here. See what the
Looks
ref
like he's going to
says.
count off a second.
So legal formation on the offense. And a 5-yard face mask on the defense, Brad. Those will offset.
So right back where we were.
So we'll go back and replay second down one more time, which kind of benefits the Vikings as Rock Hill picked up about 5 yards on that run right up the middle. 6:51 to go in the first quarter. Scoreless game here in week number 2. The home opener for the Vikings.
Big County needs a little penetration up front there to kind of slow down some of those big, heavy runs in between the tackles. This is going to be a long night to be hanging on that fella all night long.
Rock Hill with 14 seniors, too, on the roster, Brad.
Did not notice that. That's amazing.
So they're back in the wing T. Motion to the left side, handoff, cut up the middle, nothing going there.
Good
as
read.
French on the carry. Really good pursuit by the defense there. The linebackers stepped up, made a big play after a pickup of about 2 yards, and now we got a 3rd and 7.
Brings about 3rd down and 6.
As Rock Hill has it at the 31-yard line. Vikings, again, force Rock Hill into a 3rd down. We'll see if they can get a big stop here and get the ball back to the offense.
We've yet to see the pass yet, Nathan. Is this maybe where you see one here, or maybe a screen?
I don't think so.
The screen, it's almost like a run anyways, maybe a screen?
I don't think so.
I'm dialing up the screen, Nathan. Dialing up the screen right
We're
here.
dialing up a timeout by Rock Hill right now.
Okay.
So we'll let Coach Lutz think about this one. And maybe he wanted to, maybe see something. I don't know, Brad.
Wanted to see the formation.
Okay, so you've got a timeout. You've got a minute to think about it. There's 5:48 left to go in the first quarter. You've moved the ball a little bit. What do you do here on 3rd down and 6?
The screen. I just told you that.
I'm giving you a chance to think about it.
No, I'm going screen. I'm going all in, pushing the chips to the middle.
Okay, you're going screen. You're going far side or near side?
I'm going far side. I want that opportunity to run wide. I want to run past the hash and onto the sideline.
All right. We'll see what happens.
No, it won't.
I think it's going to be a handoff.
They're going to be a handoff right off tackle right here on this.
Well,
this
I'm thinking
short side.
I would go far side, give yourself some more room, but I think maybe the pitch, maybe line up in the tee, maybe give it on the pitch and try to get somebody to the edge, because if you can get the edge, you got a good chance with that long side of the field to get the 1st down.
Come on, Coach, dial up the screen.
We'll see. They got about 5 opportunities to pass if this works out the way
I told
think
you
it will.
We might get 5 or 6 passes out of each one of these teams. We're not going to see a ton of passing tonight.
3rd down, 6.
So we'll see.
I want them to pass on this down.
Number 15 out wide, Chad.
Here we go.
Pancake is his
No
name.
kidding.
Yes.
I
And
like
there's
a
the
good
fake
stack of
handoff.
pancakes.
Quarterback keeper. Can he get it? No, he's going to be knocked down again higher.
Keeps the ball.
And
I believe Owen led the team in tackles last week.
higher. Yes, he did.
Yeah.
Higher and no white on that tackle. Nice job there. Pickup of a yard, and that's going to force Rock Hill, I would imagine, to punt here from the 32-yard line. And it looks like they will.
Eli Potter.
Good opportunity to see Hembry here return a kick, see what he's made of here.
Was really hoping they were going to go to Chan's Pancake, number 15. on
Well,
that
I'm sure
screen
you're going to get
pass.
that opportunity to call that name at some point during this game.
That's an awesome name
It is.
for a football player.
Man, just think if he was a lineman.
Yeah. So here's the punt by Rock Hill. It's a very short punt. Vikings got to watch out, get away from this one. Takes a Viking roll back to the 38. So a net 6-yard punt, Brad. I think we've got the advantage in punting yards
We
right
do,
now.
and it is semi-windy, but not that direction. That was strange.
That's more of a crosswind, Brad,
Yeah,
tonight. You look at the flag. It usually is a crosswind here as we've got the hills behind, which is, you look, turn around and look back behind, it's just it's a beautiful campus.
It is,
Beautiful.
it is.
So the Vikings with great field position here, Brad. We've got to capitalize on
something
this.
we didn't do last week. We had multiple opportunities inside the opponent's 40-yard line
So we got to reset the play clock here.
to create scoring opportunities, and we just did not take advantage of those things
Right.
last week.
Yes, 1 for 3 inside the red zone last week. So we'll see if the Vikings can get to the red zone and get in the end zone. Hembry in motion, the handoff's the up back. Nothing doing again, trying to go up the middle. Rock Hill, great interior line play so far as Habron tried to do something. It's hard to, if there's no hole there, Brad, what do you do?
There's nothing you can do there. And they're going through the gaps really quickly and in the backfield. And a lot of those, misdirection type plays, they're already back there waiting on you, and it's hard to run beyond the center of the line with guys in the backfield with you.
The Vikings in the tee. And there's a pitch to Brown, and he's got the corner and almost gets the first down. Pick up of 8 yards on the play. Second time we've run that play to Brown. Second time we picked up 8 yards.
It is, and I told you earlier on film, this seemed to be their weak point, was on the edge. And I think if you can expose them, they like to plug up the middle, and their DBs just don't always come rushing up to the ball very quickly, and you can gain some yardage off the corners.
3. Third down and 3 from the 30-yard line.
Vikings in the tee. All hand this time. Same play, opposite side. And still on his feet.
He's got her.
Going to take it to the end zone is Matt Hembry, but we've got a hold back here.
It's coming back.
But again, Brad, pitch to the outside.
Yes.
Missed it, made a couple men miss and took it to the end zone. I think you're exactly right. We've got to exploit the edges of this Rock Hill defense.
Mollahan stood there. He couldn't believe it. He thought, really? Can't we have just one big play go right for us here in week 2?
Well, even though it's called back, that holding right there, I don't think that allowed that play to happen.
No.
So I still feel good that we were able to do something here. So I think you exploit the edge right here.
Yeah, I think that's the only way you're going to put pressure on this defense is on the edge.
So we've got a third down now, 17. And the Vikings, if you pick up some yards here, probably 4 down territory, 3:25 to go in the first quarter. And the Vikings now two wide outs, one in the slot. And there's the crisscross play to Brown. Picks up about 5 yards on the play. So now what do you do, Brad? It's 4th down, 12, 3:03 to go in the first quarter. Rock Hill didn't really move the ball on offense, but you've been struggling too. You got to get 12 yards here. Do you go or do you kick?
You've got to go here. I mean, you don't know how many opportunities you're going to have with 2 running teams. You may only get 2 opportunities a quarter to handle the ball. I think you go here and try to maintain possession.
Mollahan on the field. The Vikings are going to go for it on 4th down and 12. Vikings in the tee. Moeller out wide. Hembry with the ball, going to the outside. Can he get the corner? He cuts back up the middle.
To the ball, Matt.
And brought down at the 35. Still a positive play. Picked up 7 yards, Brad.
Yes.
Every time we've hit that outside, we've picked up at least 7 yards.
Again, I know we're beating on it, but that is what's going to be our bread and butter tonight. That's the only thing that's a weakness on this defense.
The Vikings turn the ball over on the 35-yard line, and Rock Hill will take over just about where they had to punt on the last series. So we'll see what happens here with Rock Hill on offense. 2:24 to go. Again, both teams kind of struggling. It's kind of a carryover from week one for both of these teams. So we'll see what Rock Hill decides to do here. On the offensive side of the ball, full house backfield. And handoff up the middle. And there's flags everywhere. DeLong on the carry.
Quite a few low blocks on that play.
So the carry was good for 3 yards. We'll see what happens now.
Flag on the play.
It's like we're pointing to Rock Hill. We'll get the official call. Chop block. Brad, you were exactly right on that.
Yeah, it looked like it was on this side. I don't know exactly who it was, but.
So that is not what you want if you're Rock Hill, to start a drive with a big penalty, 15-yarder.
Following the penalty, it'll still be first down. Rock Hill has the ball on their 20-yard line.
So you go from the 38-yard line after the play all the way back to the 20. 2:16 to go first quarter.
It's almost as good as it would have been to punt on the previous possession.
Rock Hill full house backfield, and there's another flag, and this is going to be on the Vikings.
Another penalty on the play. Offsides on Vinton County.
So 5 yards will come back for Rock Hill. They'll be at the 25 now, and it'll be
Flag on the play. It'll still be first down.
first down and 20.
20 yards.
Again, Brad, for Vinton County to win this game, this type of series right here where Rock Hill's buried on 1st and 20, this is a series you have to get a stop here.
You do, and maybe you don't want to get real aggressive on defense. You want to sit back and read, let them come to you a little bit, give up a few more yards than normal.
It's Adams looking to pass,
Here we go.
Brad.
Here we
Going
go.
deep to 45. This is going to be picked off.
There we go.
Picked off by the Vikings, and a flag is thrown, and the play has been stopped.
Adams' pass
That was fought.
intercepted by Fott.
Kale fought on the interception. I'm not
think
sure
there
why,
was some sort of a pass interference here over
but
the
I'm not
middle.
sure why play was stopped, Brad.
No, it should have continued. You're right. The play should not have been stopped, but
Not sure I saw pass interference there either, but the referees are getting together now. Again, I'm not sure why play was stopped, Brad.
I'm sure we'll get an explanation here, Nathan.
The flag sets near first down,
This is
the first down line, and the ball is set on the 45.
Quite a lengthy talk, and now you're pulling in your sideline judges. Yeah, I think it was a short throw. I think it was intended to be long, and I think there was a tangle up here, and they're contemplating, pass interference. Because I think the ball was underthrown.
I have no explanation for this, Brad.
Well,
None at all. I've never seen a play blown dead in the middle of the play.
I think there was a preemptive whistle there by the backfield judge.
Is this the Bengals and the Raiders, Brad? What's going on here?
I don't know. This is quite lengthy. One of the more lengthy stops we've seen over something that was probably really wasn't supposed to be blown dead.
So we've got 2:08 left to go in the first quarter. We're waiting on a call. I want to thank our sponsors, BRC Construction, Precision One Masonry, Adena Health Systems.
I know it was a 15-yard penalty. I understood that part of it. Sounded like I didn't understand the explanation.
It looked like a pre-snap penalty on Rock Hill. they allowed the play to take place. The Vikings intercepted the ball. Something about a 15-yard penalty, or a 5-yard penalty, Brad, because we've got it 1st and 5. Or Rock Hill's got the ball.
Yes, they have it because it was 20 yards earlier, and they got a 15. We had a 15-yard penalty on us.
Could have swore he said it was Vinton County's ball.
No. It was a 15-yard penalty on us, but it was something to do interference-wise. I'm sure we'll be able to look back.
So there's a handoff to number 30. That was Giles on the carry.
Again, the penalties are killing us, especially they're just at inopportune times. I mean, that's something that we need to clean up there, and we don't really know what happened. I'm kind of guessing something. There was some interference there at some point in time. I think somebody got hit early in the pattern. I'd say our listeners or our watchers probably screaming at us right now. Didn't you see that, you fools?
We don't have access to rewind.
No, we don't
here, but
48-yard line.
1:27 to go. Clock moving. Full house backfield. Rock Hill with it 1st and 10. Nearly stopped in the backfield. Hit at the line of scrimmage. That was Friend on the carry.
To Friend.
And that was
already a little bit of pushing going on down there. And
Potter on the tackle for the
referees gave a little warning to a couple boys there after the play.
2nd down, 8, Brad. Ball's at midfield. 1 minute to go, 1st quarter.
The more I assume, the less I sound like I know what I'm talking about when it comes to football. So I'm not saying anything on this play, Nathan. You're not goading me into it. There you go.
Pancake out wide. And there's a handoff. Trying to get the corner.
Up front.
Cutting up.
Broke a tackle.
That was French on the carry. And a pickup of about 11 yards.
Good strong run. Broke 2 tackles there. Similar. Just like I said, these two teams are very similar. They exposed us on the edge a little bit right there. We were in place, but we just did not wrap tackle there. We didn't wrap up well.
Rock Hill on Vinton County's 38-yard line, 1st and 10.
So there's 20 seconds on the play clock. Rock Hill's going to the sidelines. There's only 10 seconds left on the play clock. They'll have to call timeout. Now they're going to reset the play clock. That's going to be the end of the 1st quarter.
This almost feels like a week 1 game. Like, the refs aren't in tune. Defensively, we're not in tune. Rock Hill seems to be it's close to week 2 shape, but we definitely aren't, and I don't believe our referees are either.
All right, so the end of the 1st quarter, Brad, 12. 0-0.
What in the world?
I was looking at the scoreboard, and it says 12 minutes.
You had me worried for a second. I thought maybe I...
So let's check some
local scores.
Local scores around the area. See if we've got any updates so far tonight.
Hey, I'm really pulling for those Wellston kids tonight.
Yes.
Want to see them do well. I know they've went through a lot of change and adversity and struggle down there. We're with you guys.
Ironton and Jackson knotted at 7 in the 1st quarter. River Valley leads South Gallia in the 1st quarter 12-0. Newark Catholic over Nelsonville 21-0 in the 1st quarter. Portsmouth West leads Portsmouth 14-0 in the 1st quarter. Piketon leads Oak Hill 6-0.
As play begins the 2nd quarter, Rock Hill has the ball.
Fairland 7. And Wellston 0 right now. Circleville up on Southeastern 20-6. As play continues here, the 2nd quarter starts. And another good run by Rock Hill's senior running back, Chase DeLong. Pickup of about 5 yards on the play. It'll be 2nd down and 5.
On the tackle for Vinton County was number 20, Garrett Brown.
Garrett Brown's starting to rack up a few tackles already this game.
So
another one of that deep junior class.
Rock Hill putting together a string of pretty good offensive plays here. There's another handoff up the middle, and another flag comes in. Is this going to be a 4-yard pickup by Giles? Giles, again, one of the stable of backs that they have.
Adams handoff.
And we've got a
Was to Giles.
meeting by the referees.
Again, this doesn't have the feel of a week 2 game.
Parker Shanborn.
It's they're struggling a little bit.
Number 15, Parker
The
Shanborn.
Zebras.
There was a flag on the play.
Chop block.
Again.
Flag was waved off.
I was going to say, we're not walking anything off here, Nathan.
Well, the head ref motioned the chop block.
Man, I'm very lost.
I don't know which one to
tonight.
look at, Brad.
Pick up a 4-yard
Yeah,
penalty.
I always thought you'd go to the white hat.
One.
Maybe the white hat is had too many cups of coffee this evening.
3rd down and 1, handoff to the second back through. And they're going to pick up a 1st down to Long.
Adams
Picks up about 5 yards.
Pick up
So again, the Vikings here, they just need to bow up and make a stop here. Now, Rock Hill, I did see in warm-ups, really good kicker, Brad. Really good kicker.
Didn't get a chance to see that.
About 10:55 to go in the second quarter. In a scoreless game here, week number 2, the home opener for the Vikings against Rock Hill.
down and 10 for
Looks like we got one of the sophomores in there, Big Hunter Hoyt at nose tackle. Must be trying to get a little larger body in the middle there.
And there's a handoff to the left side and brought down right away. Like Dawson.
Handoff went to friend.
Is that
Dawson's
Dawson
number
on
3.
the carry, or on the tackle there for the Vikings. Friend on the carry. Nice shot by Dawson. I know he's nursing a little finger injury.
Was made by Byron Brisker for Vinton County. He's about
Pick
second
up of
down,
3 on the play.
7.
So even when they don't get much, Brad, they still get 2 or 3 yards.
Well, and if you can just keep falling forward, 3 yards a pop, that means on 4th down you're around a yard and you got a chance to pick that 1st down up.
And here's a pitch to the outside.
Weight
Cut back.
contain.
And a pickup of another 3 yards, Brad, as French
Adams pitch.
forced back inside.
Pick up a 2 on the play.
Down inside the 20, Brad. You're at the 18 now. If you can hold them to 2 or 3 yards again,
Owen Higher.
do you kick a field goal if you're Rock Hill?
I don't think so. I don't feel that way. What do you think?
I love watching field goal kickers.
I know, but it's the high school level. I know you said he's got a leg, but
He does have a leg. I watched. It's good. Good kicker. 9:20 to go. 3rd down and 6. Handoff up the middle. And there's another 3-yard pickup.
Adams.
Or maybe a 4-yard pickup. It's going to be 4th and 1. Now, in this situation, yes, I believe you go for it, Brad.
Tackle is by Dawson Brown.
Another tackle by Dawson.
Pick up a 4 on the play.
again, like I said, this is old school football, and I think possessions are going to be a premium tonight. You know, you're only going to have a handful of them in a quarter if you're lucky, and if you can punch one in here, then you've got the edge right now.
Rock Hill with it. 4th down and 1. Full house backfield. Handoff up the middle. 1st down to the 10. So pickup of 4 yards.
Adams.
That was Kidd.
Handoff went to Skylar Kidd.
And it's a different one every time.
It is, and they're fresh. They're big backs,
Another Rock Hill first
but
down.
you know now you're within a 1st down of the goal line almost, and I think you're going to see a steady dose of the same here. 3 yards in a cloud of dust.
1st and 10 from the 11. 8:22 to go, second quarter. Vikings trying to keep Rock Hill out of the end zone. And here's a handoff to the left side. A nice hit by Hire.
Got a little
Gang tackled after that.
a little penetration up the middle there, kind of set that play off just a little bit.
That was Giles on the
offensively.
carry. Didn't get much that time, about a yard.
Yeah.
Owen Higher. They have a 1-yard gain on the play. Brings down 2nd down, 9.
Yeah, I believe Reagan Newsom shot through the line there and forced the back to make a little adjustment. That was just enough to allow his buddies to get there.
Adams coming in with the play. Again, full house backfield for Rock Hill, and they're going to pull the Vikings off sides. That's going to give them an easy 5 yards. Going to take the ball down to the 5-yard line.
Following the 5-yard penalty.
Now it's second down.
Third down.
And 4.
From the Vinton County 5-yard line. Second down, 4.
Rock Hill can pick up a first at the 1. So we're down to 7:13 to go in the second quarter. And there's a handoff.
Yep.
Straight up the middle. Goes Giles for the score. And Rock Hill's on the board first with 7:04 to go in the second quarter.
They're just going to wear you down, wear down your defense. Keep moving. I don't know what to tell you, Nate.
Matthews back to kick for Rock Hill. Dalen Cox holding.
Good snap, good kick. Told you they had a good kicker,
They
Brad.
did. And we got around the corner quick there and had an opportunity to get a hand on the ball, and he got her off.
7, Vinton County 0.
So Rock Hill leads 7-0, 7:04 to go, second quarter. And we want to thank SF Restoration. Precision One, Adena Health Systems.
Got another little referee meeting down here. I don't know what's going on now, but
Also want to thank Buckeye Construction and Restoration for sponsoring the Vikings this season. And we couldn't bring you live action of Viking football this year without our sponsors. So the Vikings have to answer here, Brad. 7 minutes to go in the second quarter.
Christian DePriest.
What do we got to do?
Rock Hill.
well, you saw what kind of worked for us there in the first quarter. A lot of stuff off the edge is what we need, and I don't know if the misdirection stuff helps at all.
Another squib kick by Rock Hill. And the Vikings finally fall on it at the 29-yard line.
I'd say there's going to be a few things the coach is going to be unhappy about halftime.
Embry with the recovery on that squib.
28-yard line.
7:02 to go in the second quarter. See if Vikings can put together a drive here, kill some clock, and even this thing out before half.
From their 29-yard line.
Does this 7 points just seem like a little bigger score than a normal 7-point game would be? Doesn't it feel a little bit like it's stretched out a little further than normal, than a normal 7-0 game would be?
Mollahan with it, handoff. Lane Habron up the middle, picks up 6 yards.
Zeke Mollahan gives to Lane Habron.
The Vikings found a little bit of room in the middle that time, Brad.
Hey,
Tackle was made by
probably the
Brock
first
Brown.
time this game we've seen that
Brings about
have some
second
success.
down. 5.
Vikings back to the line. Moeller out wide right. Vikings in the T. Ratchke in the game now in motion. Handoff to Garrett Brown, and he's going to take it across the 50 to the 40 to the 30. He's got 3 blockers. Now. Can he take it to the end zone?
Nice.
Makes
cut.
a man miss and brought down,
her.
and he's in for the touchdown. What a move to make that tackler miss right inside the 10-yard line.
The main thing is no laundry on the field.
No laundry on the field. Yes, you're right.
That was big. I'm glad to see us break that big play, but I really love to see a little more offense there. We can't rely on these big plays. I love them. They're great, I'm glad it happened, but I want to see a little consistency before we bust that big play, don't
So
you,
the Vikings,
Nathan?
yes, but the Vikings score a touchdown in 57 seconds. You said that 7-point lead seemed like a lot,
I
Brad.
did, man. I really, in my heart, felt like that was 10 points. It just seemed a lot bigger knowing that both these teams are.
Cooper Abrams kicks up and good for the freshman. And the Vikings have tied this one up just like that,
Hey,
Brad. We've got a 7-7 ball game.
I don't know why I'm up here, Nathan. I'd say everything backwards and wrong.
Run for
You do a fine job, Brad.
Garrett Brown.
You know, I think I need to keep talking that way if it's going to turn out positively for us Vikings.
Whatever you got to do.
That's right.
Whatever you got to do.
I really felt like 7 was a big number, and it's not, obviously. We're one Garrett Brown touch away from tying this ball game up.
We were. And a kick by the younger Haber.
You're right.
First extra point in his career.
It is. It is. Is he one of those transfer kids, too?
No,
He's not.
it's Lane's younger brother.
Is it?
Yes.
Habron?
Yeah.
Are you sure?
Maybe not.
It's Hayburn. I think he used to kick for Southeastern last
Well,
year.
I'll tell you what, Brad. Lugs Herald told me
No.
that they were
Lane's-
related.
No, there's different. Their last names are spelled
So
differently.
I'm going to blame
But
that one on Lugs.
You got to
So-
remember, Lugs doesn't know how to spell very well.
Well, I will give you that. But I know Lugs is going to go back and watch this broadcast, so I'm going to blame it on him.
I do believe he came from Southeastern. I'm not certain on that, and I apologize if I'm incorrect.
There's a squib kick. And Rock Hill recovers.
Taylor Gregory on the ball.
Yeah, Lane's siblings are a fair bit younger than him. They're not
Okay.
they're not quite to this level yet.
Right. Well, that's a good thing for us.
Yeah, to have the Haberns
Yeah.
and we're going to be getting generations of them here
Right.
over the next 8 to 10 years.
So Rock Hill begins
6:06 to go in the first half, 7-7.
from their 34-yard line.
Rock Hill, the
First
last
down,
time they
10.
had the ball on offense, methodically down the field on the ground.
I'm sure we'll get a dose of the same.
We'll see if a little bit of momentum from the offensive side of the ball can transition to the defense, and
We
the
hope.
Vikings can get a stop here and maybe get the lead before the end of the first half. Full house backfield, Rock Hill, handoff up the middle. Nice stop there by Eli Potter. It's the second tackle today.
Mr. Levi Giles.
Giles picks up 3. Again, Brad, 3 yards.
We talked about 3 yards in a cloud of dust. It's old school football, and they're big, which is hard to say because our line is pretty stout ourselves. But we're going to get that steady dose right there in between the tackles, and they're just telling us, hey, stop us if you don't like it.
We got Pancake out wide. We'll see if they throw it up to him. And there's a man in motion. Going to be a handoff around the end. Nice job. Oh, and missed a tackle. 2
missed
tackles.
Yeah.
And DeLong's going to pick up a first down, slipping 2 tackles.
Good read by the corner, and I believe it was Hembry. I know Hembry is our safety. I don't know who was corner that down that play, but a good read. He stayed home, saw the play, just could not wrap up and make that tackle. It was high, a little bit of arm tackle, and just broke the tackle.
On their 46-yard line.
Rock Hill picks up the first down. We'll have it first and 10, the 46. 5 minutes to go in the second quarter.
Again, this is only the third possession of the quarter. 2 by Rock Hill, 1 by us.
And there's a handoff trying to get the corner.
Nice.
Nice pursuit by the Vikings. Eventually brought down by Dawson Brown, who loses his lid.
Adams
We'll have to come out for a play.
Cordell French.
French loses it. We lost, finally a negative yardage play, Brad.
Yeah.
1 yard on the play. Brings about 2nd down 11.
I'm kind of surprised Rock Hill's going to that outside because they have so much success up the middle.
If it ain't broke, don't fix it, right?
So good job by the Vikings D, stringing that one out. We saw a lot of that against Unioto last week. They had a little bit of success, but still, the Vikings defense has been pretty good on the edge.
I agree. The corners tend to stay home. They read well, and usually it's just whether or not they make the tackle. And right now we're struggling just a little.
Adams now handoff up the middle. Across
Nice
the
run.
50 to the 45.
Still going.
Still on his feet is DeLong.
Adams handoff was to
That's
Chase
big.
DeLong.
Big. Get on our side of the field there within the last 4 minutes of the
Tackle was
quarter.
by Number 88, Ashton Allman.
The ball is now at the 42-yard line. 3:50 to go in the first half. Again, Rock Hill not in any hurry, Brad. They're content on just moving down the field, running that clock, not giving. Obviously, Vinton County can score quickly. They see that. So they definitely don't want to give any time left to the Vikings in the first half.
No.
And again, you get close to field goal range, you got that in your back pocket. Handoff up the middle. And a good job there by the Vikings interior line. In Rock Hill, so many different backs.
Yeah, and having that kind of stable, you're able to have fresh legs. Look, they rotate in all the time.
Right.
Pick up of 3 on the play, brings about 2nd down 7 from the Vinton
3:05 to go.
39-yard line.
Both teams, all 3 timeouts remaining. We'll see if Rock Hill maybe picks up another first down. You might see them try to maybe burn some of those timeouts. And there's a handoff up the middle and a flag. The play is blown dead. It's going to be a false start.
Flag on the play.
So snap infraction on the center. That's going to be a 5-yard penalty. Move Rock Hill back to 2nd down and 12. 2:47 to go. It's a big set of downs right here for the Vikings defense.
It is. They need, if you can stop them and keep them 5 or 6 yards short on 4th down, maybe you can get them to kick. I don't know, but they may still go for it.
All right, so far tonight we've seen one pass that went for a 15-yard penalty,
know.
some sort of penalty that we never really clarified. And a handoff up the middle, and it's a fumble, and the Vikings have it.
Before that play, Reagan Newsom
recovers.
come in on the sidelines, and I just about ready to say before, here comes a disruptor in the middle. And man, he shot right up the middle and was able to hit low and knock that ball loose. And my goodness, he is a game changer for us.
Huge play by the defensive lineman. 2:20 to go now. The Vikings with all 3 timeouts, and it's their turn to try to take the lead before half. Vikings will have it 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. Remember the last time? It was a big run by Brown into the end zone. We'll see what the Vikings try to do here with 2:20 to go, all 3 timeouts. Allahan in the shotgun. Habron beside him. Handoff is to Habron. And he's going to be dragged down in the backfield by number 30, Levi Giles. He does it on offense and he does it on defense.
He's good and just had a handful of Habron. Habron could see the open field right there ahead of him and just could not get away from him.
So we're down to 2 minutes to go in the second quarter. Vikings with it now, 2nd down and 12 from the 42. And the Vikings not in any hurry either here.
No. I think Coach is happy if we can go in with a tie here. I'm sure he'd like to get it at minimum in field goal range and try one if nothing else. But
so the Vikings in the tee. Raschke in motion. It's going to be a rollout by Mollahan. He's going to try to get the corner. He's across the 50 to the 45 to the 40. Gets knocked down at the 35-yard line, and the Vikings have it. 1st and 10.
Great run.
1:24 to go. Yes.
Good
excellent
read.
Run.
I know the coaching staff likes to roll him to the left like that. I always question with a right-handed quarterback, but you see what can happen. And, defense isn't expecting a young kid like that to roll to the left.
Following the timeout, will be Vinton County first down on the 35-yard line of Rock Hill.
That was big. Gives you an opportunity to get in field goal range here pretty easily.
Nice 23-yard run by the quarterback, Zeke Mollahan. 1:24 to go. Vikings obviously called timeout. Now they've got 2 left. And again, Brad, if you can pick up chunk plays like that, you got plenty of time on the clock here. You keep it on the ground. Do you look to try to maybe catch him off guard and throw this one in the air? What are you doing here?
I don't think you take any chances here. I mean, you got the opportunity to either go in with a tie. I say you keep doing what's working for you here in the last 10 minutes of this ball game. Don't take any chances and turn the ball back over and get something where they can squeeze out a quick one at the end of the half, like kind of what happened last week. I say you play conservative here. do what's working for you. If we get in field goal range, great. If we can get down there and possibly sniff the end zone, then maybe we try something down there inside the red zone.
Right. So as stagnant as the offense has been for both teams, a lot of movement in this second quarter. Some couple touchdowns, some good drives put together. The Vikings, Mullahan in the shotgun. Flank. And the handoffs to Habron. Habron's looking for the corner. Can he make a man miss? No. He's brought down in the backfield by Pancake. Pancake with the pancake, Brad.
Yeah, I don't know.
And there's a flag.
I know there was
a play.
Little scramble on the ball there because Pancake thought that Lane had dropped the ball, and I don't know if there was a little verbal communication there between the two.
So we'll see. We're going to have another meeting.
Coach is asking Lane, what's going on there.
And this could be the difference in possibly taking the lead before the end of the first half and trying to just run the clock out, Brad.
Yeah.
So they're going to call offsetting dead ball, personal fouls, like you said, Brad. Probably just a little bit of words exchanged there. So we'll do the play over. Second down, 13.
Coach is keeping Habron right behind him there. I think telling him to use his head next time.
Right. So Brown in the backfield now with Mullahan. And this is going to be a run all the way. Mullahan makes a nice cut. He's across the 30 to the 25,
real close,
25-yard line. And there's another flag.
Daggone it, we have got to clean those up.
Tackled by Cordell French on the play.
That was going to be a first down.
12 yards on the carry.
And we'll see what the penalty is. I know Rock Hill.
I think he was in on the last one, wasn't he? Pancake? Wasn't he in on the last penalty?
Yes.
So he's probably fired up, excited.
So the Vikings are set to take over here. We'll see where they move the ball. So that's going to be on Rock Hill. It's going to move the Vikings 15 yards closer with 1 minute and 3 seconds left in the second quarter.
Obviously, number 7, Rock Hill, a very passionate player, and that's 2 plays in a row. He's just kind of let his emotions get to him a little bit. I'm sure Coach is having a talk, filling his ears over there, saying, you've given these guys a chance to be alive here at the end of the half.
Right. These close games, emotions get high.
Yes.
So we'll see what the Vikings do here. Brown in the backfield, Mullahan, Ratchke in motion. The handoff's going to be that counter. Brown's got it inside the 10 down to the 5.
Mullahan's handoff was to Garrett Brown.
55 seconds to go. The Vikings call a timeout. The Vikings have it. They can pick up a first down at the 3-yard line, Brad. So is this a situation, second down and 3? Are you just going to pound it up the middle here?
Those little crisscrosses we got, we've had some success up the middle, but I don't think we pound up the middle right now, Nathan. I mean, run up the middle, yes, but it's got to be a crisscross applesauce type deal. Right. That's the only way we've had some success is that misdirection play. You know me, I'm conservative. What do you dial up, Nathan?
I try to get to the outside. Yeah,
that's hard to argue.
We've had a lot of success doing it. You are in what should be field goal range for us right now. We've had a few plays to the outside. We've lost a couple yards, but I think we've had a lot more success than we have, negative plays there. So we'll see. We'll see what they do. They're going to line up in the T.
55 seconds left on the clock.
So we've got Thacker in the backfield. Moeller out wide. The Vikings are surely going to run this. Mullahan hands off Thacker up the middle. He gets a couple, maybe a yard to the 5.
That's something that last year would have been a Brock Moore. We don't have that great big back. And maybe he's going to be that kid for us. I don't know.
Right. So Habron's coming back in the game for the Vikings. And the Vikings call another timeout. They'll have one left
Timeout, Vinton County.
with 38 seconds to go.
That's Vinton County's third and final timeout of the half.
That was the Vikings' third timeout.
That's our third and final timeout.
Right,
too.
third and final timeout. So 3rd down and 3 for Vinton County. 40 seconds left. Mollahan, Ratchke in motion, pitches to Ratchke. Can he get the corner? He gets tripped up, reaches
close.
for the first down, but it's going to be short by about a yard. So you're set up with 4th and 1.
You got to get something in here quick.
No timeouts left, 25 seconds to go. And the Vikings, I believe, are going to kick. We're going to kick the field goal. Cooper Habron's going to attempt the first field goal of the season for the Vikings. 11 seconds to go in the first half. Snaps back, high, kicks up, and the kick is good.
Nothing yet.
No good. The kick's no good.
Must have went left.
I believe it went right, Brad.
Wow. That was right.
Yes. It was close.
I think we're going to have to go to the drone footage maybe. I don't know.
Maybe. 4 seconds to go, though, so the Vikings take it down.
Let's go back to this kick. What was the delay out of the referees? I mean, they're looking at each other, and they both had to be looking straight up. And it was over the crossbar. Why? What the confusion? What was the confusion there?
I'm not sure, Brad. There's been a lot of that tonight. I'm not sure.
All right.
So Rock Hill have it with 4 seconds left. Hopefully we don't have the same situation we had last week before the end of the first half. But the Vikings, Brad, the last drive, moving it down the field. Again, the offense looking much better in the second quarter.
I see they got Mollahan in there now. I assume they're going to have play a little prevent here, maybe something a little deep.
Rock Hill's going to take a knee. And we're going to go into the half. 7-7.
That's about the end of the first half. Rock Hill 7, your Vinton County Vikings also 7.
Well, we thought it'd be a low-scoring, back-and-forth slugfest, and it was for the first 18 minutes of the game. And Vinton County come alive with a few big plays there midway through the second quarter. And then all of a sudden the misdirection started working. Clean up especially the penalties on defense.
Right.
You clean those up, and a little bit of tackling. I mean, you tackle just a little bit better. You probably couldn't ask for a better ball game from the Vinton County side of it.
Yeah, I think offensively looked a little bit better than we did. The week before against Unioto, we put up 7 points so far tonight. And if you go back to last year, Brad, and this offense was kind of in the same situation where they started out at the beginning of the season kind of slow. You put up 12 points against Unioto last year. This year you score once. Week number 2, we were tied 0-0 against Crooksville, a team that didn't win a ball game last year and wound up beating them 20-0. Now I think we can all say that towards the end of the year, that offense got much better.
It did.
Than what they showed in the first few games of that season. So I think you're seeing the same kind of thing here. You've got a lot of different players out there playing different positions. Let's not forget we graduated the school's all-time leading rusher for a single season just a year ago. So you've got a lot of kids, a new quarterback. You've got a 4-year starter last year. You got a new quarterback in there. You got some new running backs in there. The line is kind of a similar situation to what they were last year, but there are some new players in some new positions. And I think you're seeing those same growing pains early on in this season. But they look pretty good in that second quarter. So we'll see if maybe they can make a few adjustments at halftime and come out and maybe look a little bit better, a little bit quicker.
I hope so. And your backfield is juniors and sophomores. So, throughout this season, they're only going to get better and more seasoned. And then, next year will be even more so because you'll have all that backfield back again, aside from your quarterback. Yeah, I think you're right. Like I said, we've definitely got to clean up the penalties. I'm sure Coach is tearing them about the penalties, especially, the personal foul penalties, the jumping off sides, those kind of things. And again, if we make our tackles on the edge, we don't give up some of those 8-9 yard plays. I think this is a Vinton County ball game through and through.
All right, so we'll read over some stats here. First quarter stats.
And now we'll hear from the Rock Hill High School.
Vinton County and Rock Hill tied at 7. Both teams scoring touchdowns in the second quarter. For Rock Hill, Levi Giles scored on a 6-yard run. Matthews with the extra point at the 7:04 mark. Less than a minute later, at the 6:08 mark, Vinton County's Garrett Brown scores on a 66-yard run, with Cooper Hayburn kicking the extra point to tie the game at 7. In the first half, Vinton County, 4 first downs, Rock Hill, 8 first downs. Here's an interesting stat. 23 rushes for Rock Hill for 96 yards. 16 rushes for the Vikings for 136 yards, thanks to that 66-yard burst by Garrett Brown. Neither team with a pass completion. Total offense, 23 plays, 96 yards for Rock Hill, 16 plays, 136 for the Vikings. Rock Hill with 1 fumble. They have 1 punt for 6 yards. The Vikings have 1 punt for 52 yards. It's a pretty good average.
That was a monster.
Penalties, 3 for 32 yards for Rock Hill, 6 for 48 yards for the Vikings, Brad. That's going to have to be cleaned up in the second half of a tight ball.
Honestly, it felt like there was more than 6, and I would have guessed 60 or 70 yards.
Well, remember that there was a situation where we had 2 personal fouls that offset.
Yeah, you're right.
You don't get those called.
Right. It just seemed like it was more than that to me.
So time of possession, and this is what the Vikings try to do to people, is hold time of possession. Rock Hill, 15 minutes and 53 seconds time of possession in that first half. Vinton County with only 8 minutes and 7 seconds time of possession in the first half.
Again, let's talk about the second half. You're going to come out and maybe you hope to get 4 possessions. You may only get 3 in the second half.
Especially against this type of team.
Against this type of team. Yeah. And so you have to make sure that when you're in the red zone, you score, because defensively we're struggling on those short ones.
Third down conversions, Rock Hill 1 of 3, Vinton County 0 of 3 on third down. Fourth down conversions, Rock Hill 1 of 1 on their way into the end zone, and Vinton County 0 for 1, as you saw just before the end of the first half. The Vikings 0 for 1 in the red zone, Rock Hill 1 for 1. Now this is 1 for 4 now on the season in red zone trips, Brad. How do we fix that?
I don't know. That's what you're looking at. The stats, they're real similar to last week. If you throw out the one anomaly play on the big play with Garrett Brown, we've got to, again, I know I keep harping on the penalties, but offensively we've got to find that identity, and we've got to find that back that's going to grind for us. It's going to get those Brock Moore 3 yards like these guys are doing to us, and I don't think we have that bruiser right yet. We've got 3 or 4 backs that we're kind of trying, and one of these guys is eventually going to do something, and we can't always depend on that big play.
Right. Rushing for Rock Hill, chased along, 5 carries, 39 yards. Levi Giles, 8 carries, 25 yards. Cordell French, 5 carries, 21 yards. Skylar Kidd, 2 carries for 5 yards. Brock Friend, 2 carries for 5 yards. And quarterback Braden Adams, 1 carry for 1 yard.
That's six backs that carried the ball.
That's why it's hard to figure out who's got it, Brad.
Yes.
For Vinton County, Garrett Brown, 6 carries for 91 yards. That's a pretty good average. Zeke Mullahan, 2 carries for 35 yards. I'll take that average all day. Matt Hembry, 1 carry for 5 yards. Lane Haybrid, 5 carries for 3 yards. Had a couple of losses there trying to get to the outside on that last drive before the half. Josiah Thacker, 1 carry, 1 yard. Gabe Raschke, 1 carry, 1 yard. Passing, Rock Hill, none. Vinton County, none. And guess how many receiving yards both teams have, Brad?
I'm going to guess none.
That would be correct.
Well, that's what we talked about coming into this. We knew it was going to be old school. We knew it was going to be run, run, run. And we talked about 5 or 6 passes for each one in the last game. And it was only because they were behind. Both teams were behind for such a long time. And a lot of those passes were later in the second half, and they were in must-pass situations.
Yep.
These teams want to run the ball. They want to control the clock. They want to grind it out. And that's what we're going to see in the second half.
Right, and we'll talk more about that. We're going to read over some scores from tonight so far around the area. We're going to do what we did last year, Brad. We're going to take a break. After we read the scores, we'll take a break, let the fans out there that can't make it watch the band play, and then we'll come back for the third quarter as action begins. So we'll read over some of these scores. Adena 14, Fairfield Christian 7. Bern Union 6, Notre Dame 0. Chillicothe 3, London 0. Coal Grove leads Valley 12-7. Fairfield Union leads Crooksville 7-0. Gallia Academy leads Athens 7-0. Green over Fisher Catholic 14-0. Huntington over Beaver 14-0. Jackson and Ironton tied at 14.
Now we knew it was going to be a dogfight.
Yes.
We knew that was going to be a dogfight. That's probably a great game to be in person down there right now.
Another surpriser. Logan 0, Tays Valley 7. Logan hanging tough with the Vikings at Tays Valley. Zane Trace big over Madison Plains 21-0 right now. Sciotaville over Manchester 22-6. McLean beating Northwest 14-0. Memphis over Chesapeake 6-0. New Lex over Maysville 8-0. Newark Catholic still holds a 21-0 lead over Nelsonville York. It's Piketon over Oak Hill 14-0. West Jeff over Paint Valley 8-6.
See, that's
another good game.
That's another great game. I would love to see that one in person.
Portsmouth West leads Portsmouth 14-0. River Valley over South Gallia 12-0. Circleville leads Southeastern 14-6. River is beating Trimble, but only 7-0. And that's a River team that put up 55 points against Marietta last week.
See, let's talk on that just a second, because we're going to see these guys next week right here on this field.
We are.
And we've talked about how young they are this year. They graduated a big class. They lost a few transfers. They're really young, but Coach says they're really super athletic, and they're actually relying on some freshmen to be leaders on that team. Right. It's going to be great next week.
It will. Finishing up the scores, Western Brown leads Washington Courthouse 21-13, Brad. That's a very, very good Western Brown team. Wow. What's that say for Washington, though? Williamstown, West Virginia leads Waterford 33-14, and Fairland now leads Wellston by a score of 28-0.
Well, and earlier that score was a lot closer than that, and I thought, man, these kids have rallied, but Fairland's Fairland, you know.
Fairland's good.
Fairland is very good, very consistent, and again, we're pulling for those kids down to Wellston in that community. We know you've athletically, football-wise, you've been through the ringer this year. Our hearts go out to you. We hope things turn for you guys this year. That's just a tough ball game.
All right, so we're going to let the Vinton County Marching Vikings play, and we'll be back for third quarter action after the band show. This is BMG Media's coverage of Vinton County Vikings football.
Under the direction of Sam Kugel and Katie King, color guard instructor Courtney Scarberry, and majorette instructor Janice Schweikert, field commander Allie Hoy, please welcome the Vinton County Marching Vikings! Tonight's show is homage to our mascot, the Viking. We open our show with Richard Wagner's Ride the Valkyries. The Valkyries are the Nordic choosers of the slain who guide fallen Viking warriors through the afterlife, either to Wagner or Valhalla. celebrates the Vikings in the movie How to Train Your Dragon. Here is, this is Burke. We Vikings were born in the land of the ice and snow, and our hearts are frozen. Here's our final mashup. Foreigner's Child as Ice, Foreigner's Cold as Ice, and Led Zeppelin's Immigrant Song. Want to give a shout out to the Vinton County boys golf team. Seniors Isaiah Allen, Connor Hammond, Sam Houston, and Adam Tishner. Tomorrow, the Vinton County Lady Vikings volleyball team will be having a match here beginning at noon. Beginning at Vinton County Lady Vikings volleyball match here at noon next Friday. Next Friday, our Vinton County Vikings football team will be host to the Trimble Tomcats. Time is 7 p.m. Halftime score, Wellston is Fairlands 41, Wellston 0. Split the pot winning ticket number. Split the pot winning ticket number is 041752. Once again, the split the pot winning ticket number is 041752. If you have that ticket, if you come up to the press box, we'll award you with your split the pot winnings.
Welcome back to BMG Media Vinton County's live coverage of Vinton County High School football as the halftime performance by the Marching Vikings has come to an end, and we are getting ready to start the third quarter. Again, we want to thank our sponsors, Adena Health System, Precision One Masonry, Buckeye Construction and Restoration.
You'll get those new sponsors down
we
here
got
in
a few
more
of them.
weeks.
SF. We got a few.
Yeah, that's always good.
Yeah, and we will have a Adena Health Systems Player of the Game tonight. So keep that in mind, Brad. As
Awesome.
We
Yeah,
have to
I
figure
know a
out
leader
who,
right now.
Who would be your leader right now at the halftime break, Brad, for the Adena Player of the Game?
It'd have to be G Money, Garrett Brown.
G Money. Biggest play of the game so far by either team.
Yeah.
Garrett Brown's 66-yard rush.
I bet you
touchdown.
he'd defer to his offensive line, though.
I'm sure he would. Very unselfish. So we're just a couple of minutes away from the second half. Brad, the defenses have played fairly well. A little bit more offense in that second quarter. For Rock Hill, you've got a stable of backs. Do you keep running? Do you keep pounding away, trying to control the clock, minimize Vinton County's opportunities to score, and try to win this one 14-7?
I think so. I mean, we're starting this ball game over again. It's 0-0 still. Don't reinvent the wheel. It's not, you don't need to reinvent the wheel. What they were doing was successful. And I think you want to minimize possessions here. And what they do offensively does that. It works into their favor. So I think if you're Rock Hill, you want to do that. And as far as Vinton County, you've found a little success on those edges like we talked, just a few blocks away from springing a couple big ones. And can Lane Habron get away from some of those shirt tackles? He's going to pick up another 30 or 40 yards on a few carries.
I think a big key for me for the Vikings, 1 of 4 this season in the red zone.
Yeah, that's
if you're going to win this ball game, if you get in the red zone any more tonight, you have to punch it in. You have to score points.
Yeah, I'd really like to see them have a couple of sustained long drives to help their defense rest a little bit and just get kind of that offensive flow going. The big plays are great. They're flashy. That's what we come to see. But, we want to see that consistency out of this offense and get a little more comfort in what they're capable of.
All right, so we're awaiting the start of the third quarter. Read over a couple scores here that we have. Post-halftime, London leads Chillicothe 10-9 now. Wheelersburg and Cincinnati McNicholas tied at 14. Coal Grove over Valley 20-14. Guy Academy now leads Athens 20-7. Logan and Tays Valley tied at 7.
That's big. We didn't expect Logan to be in that kind of a game with Tays.
Wilmington, Miami Trace tied at 14. Fairland now leads Wellston 35-0. Western Brown still leads Washington 21-13. River now leads Trimble 14-0. Trimble's yet to score a point this season so far.
Could you have imagined that? Before the season started, I'd have said, I don't think I'd take those odds.
Right. Piketon leads Oak Hill 20-7. Portsmouth West leads Portsmouth 26-6. McLean and Northwest, the Mohawks have come back to tie the game 14-all. Zane Trace putting it all over Madison Plains 40-0. Logan Elm up on top of Westfall 21-0 in that Pickaway County rivalry game.
Anything on Athens?
20-7. Unioto, or 20-7. Gallia leads Athens. Unioto is leading Amanda Clear Creek 21-0.
See, that tells me Amanda's always good. And we expect them to be, I thought this would be a pretty competitive game. I wouldn't expect that at all. That was quite, that was a score that was unexpected to me. But I think Unioto's going to sneak up on a lot of people.
So here's the kick. It's another squib. And this one's still free. Still free. Still free. I believe Rock Hill recovered.
Yes.
But they made it interesting there as the Vikings' pursuit was right there.
Yeah, both teams aren't real quick to jump on the ball when it's on the ground there.
Ball recovered by Bevins of Rock Hill.
Ball will be on Rock Hill's 37. Following a kick of 23 yards.
So Rock Hill starts the second half
Covered by a host of Redmond.
with the football.
Tackled by a host of Vikings. First down 10. Rock Hill's 37-yard line.
Adams with a full house backfield. Here we go again, up the middle. This time, nothing doing. Brought down after a yard was Giles.
For a yard.
That's good for the interior line of the Vikings there, bowing up.
Yeah.
Second down 9.
And that's a play they were 3-4 yards a clip in the first half.
Who do we have at nose? I don't have my glasses on. I don't see real well right now. That isn't
51.
That isn't Hunter Hoyt, is it?
That is Perry Smith.
Perry Smith, a senior.
And this time on the outside, trying to get the corner, but nothing doing there, brought down.
That's good. So far we're doing some good things there defensively.
Eli Potter with the tackle.
The Vikings, Eli Potter.
Pick up of 2 on the play. So it's now 3rd and 6. So we see if the Vikings can force a 3 and out here to start the third quarter.
About 3rd down and 6.
This is what you really want to have Rock Hill in, is that 3rd and semi-long. We need to avoid those 3rd and 1s, 3rd and 3.
Now Rock Hill put it in the air once in the first half. See if they go back to the air, and they have a full house backfield, so it looks unlikely. There's going to be a handoff up the middle, and met at the line.
Nice.
Initially met by Garrett Brown. Nice job by Mr. Brown, offensively and defensively, doing it all, making his case for that Adena Player of the Game. 4th and 5, Brad. It's at the 42. Looks like the Rock Hill team's going to punt. Probably a good call. Now,
yeah,
if this was in the first quarter, I think they go for it right here.
Probably. I think the confidence was pretty high in that first quarter that they were just going to continue to do what they wanted to do against us.
So the snap, and it's a fake.
Oh, nice.
Nice fake, and he's going to be brought down just short.
Yes.
Just short. Good fake there by Rock Hill.
Really a good spot for us, because I honestly thought when he flipped it, he was actually had the ball almost past the line of,
the Vikings hold. Good spot by the Vikings. A nice job reading the fake by Vinton County's defense there. Good job by the special teams unit.
Hey, great play, great call by Rock Hill. Nothing to lose there. The last punt was 6 yards, so the outcome was close to what happened the last time. So
the Vikings defense with a big stop to start the third quarter. We'll see if the offense can take the lead here. The Vikings in the tee. Hand off to Habron. Habron looking for a hole, finds one. Flag on the play.
There's that yellow again.
As Habron picks up 6 yards. It looks like it could be a hold.
Yeah.
Pick up a 6, and there's a flag on the play.
And it is a holding on the Vikings. The Vikings will now have it 1st and 19 from the 45.
Matt Hembrian for Gabe Ratchke. Got a little smaller lineup in the backfield.
On our 45-yard line.
This time Brown's going to line up in the slot. See if they go to the air here. 2 wide receivers. Mullahan looks to pass. Now he's going to tuck it. And he gets the corner. And he picks up a couple yards. Nice pursuit by the Rock Hill defense. Good job by the secondary there for Rock Hill.
Yeah, they stayed home, read that play well. Thought maybe Zeke had a chance there on that second juke, just could not get away.
Let's pick up a 2 yards at 2nd down, 17 now.
Ball's on Vinton County's 47-yard line.
8:55 to go in the third quarter. Tied up here in the Vikings home opener of the 2022 season at 7 apiece. 6 seconds left on the play clock, down to 4 to 2. And the Vikings
not going to do it. Yeah, we got that play in late. It was kind of trouble from the start.
Too big of a hurry there. The Vikings go back 5 more yards. Again, Brad, penalties still a thing in the second half.
Yeah.
Second down still.
Hembry off and Ashton Allman off. Had Gabe Ratchke coming in, sub.
Second down, 25.
All on the 42-yard line. Mullahan the shotgun. Habron next to him. Looking for the option.
Yes.
It's to Habron. Can he get the corner?
Come on, Lane.
Nice cut, across the 50.
Way to keep churning, buddy.
Down to the 46-yard line. Back to the original line of scrimmage. It's going to be 3rd down and 10 now. Nice run by Habron.
Well, you got 2 plays here to get it. You're on their side of the 50. So you don't have to get this in a big play. It doesn't have to be anything special. We can run something inside and get 3 or 4 and make it manageable on 4th.
3rd down and 9 from Rock Hill's 45.
Moeller wide to the near side. Wing T. Brown in motion.
It's blowed up from the start.
Yep. Callahan goes down.
Yeah, Rock Hill was in the backfield from the start of that one.
Looks like the Vikings are going to punt here, Brad. Try to pin Rock Hill deep. Getting the Vikings forced to 3 and out on the opening possession for Rock Hill. It's now 7:20 to go in the 3rd quarter. Raschke will do the punting. He's had 2 punts this season inside the 20-yard line, one last week and one this week.
Let's hope he continues it on this one.
The rugby style kick,
Man,
see if it gets a roll. And it's going to be picked up at the 5.
Those are difficult to
Nowhere
field.
to go, and
Nice.
the Vikings. And a flag comes in
On it.
as the Vikings.
What would the sideline judge see clear over here 25 yards away from the play?
It was French on the return, brought down after he picked up about 3 yards. So Ratchke's average will come down to about 45 yards now.
There's a flag on the play.
And we'll see who the flag is on.
Matt Hembry.
Looks like it's on Rock Hill.
Really?
Blindside block against Rock Hill, so that'll be a 5-yard penalty. It'll bring them back to the 5-yard line. So this will be a great spot for the Vikings to get a 3 and out here. They'll get the ball back in great field position if they can do that.
From their own 5-yard line. 1st down 10.
Now, Rock Hill in this situation last week against Memphis was pinned deep. They were forced to a 3 and out and a punt that was actually blocked by Memphis. And that could be another reason why you saw that fake on that last punt, Brad. Rock Hill up the middle. He's got some room. He's across the 15 to the 16-yard line.
That was just a good run, right through the heart of the defense there.
So French gets him out of trouble as they're now at the 17 with a fresh set of downs. 6:50 to go, 3rd quarter. Score still tied, 7-all. And Rock Hill eating that clock up in no hurry. Handoff up the middle. Pickup of about 6 yards there. Another positive play. That was 14 Stamper. That's a new ball carrier, the sophomore, 5'10", 155.
Must have threw him in a uniform at halftime, brought him out of the locker room.
Pick up a 7 on the play.
We've got an official timeout. Like we're switching the ball out.
I think I saw the senior there, Michael Greer, come running in, probably on the line.
Rock Hill 2nd down 4. And there's another handoff up the middle. Nice job by Brown. But pushing ahead.
Got a little after play activity there.
Picking up the 1st down is DeLong. Nice hard run by.
Here comes the disruptor, Reagan Newsom.
The senior there. Yep. Reagan Newsom back in the game. Another 1st down for Rock Hill, 5:38 to go, 3rd quarter. Ball sets at the 32-yard line. In full house backfield for Rock Hill. There's another handoff up the middle. Met at the line. pushing ahead for about 2 yards is another run by DeLong, the senior.
Tell you, having Newsom there in the middle just really plugs up the center and makes it trouble for them. Every time he's in at nose, they don't seem to really have that burst right there at the line like they normally do.
34-yard line.
Again, that clock just running away, Brad. 4:50 to go, third quarter.
Again, possessions are a premium here in the second half.
Absolutely. Adams takes the snap. This time, handoff to the left side. Wow. Has the corner is Stamper, and that's the second carry by the sophomore.
He drug a defender probably 4.5 or 5 yards there on his waist.
This sets up a big 3rd down and 1, Brad. 4:20 to go, third quarter. Vikings need a negative play right here.
Yeah, it'd be nice to get a stop here.
And Rock Hill in this near the same spot on the field in 4th down went for it with the fake punt. So this could be 2-down territory.
I'm going to call it right now. The disruptor is going to blow this play up right here in the middle.
And forging ahead for the 1st down.
Mr. Newsom blew through there and was in the backfield. Just wasn't able to do much.
DeLong again, the 3rd carry in a row. 3rd out of 4th carry in a row for DeLong.
Yardage enough for a 1st down.
Rock Hill picks up another 1st on this drive. 3:38 to go.
1st and 10.
Brad, they've milked about 5 minutes off the clock from the 5-yard line to the 44-yard line.
Well, and you may see them close out this quarter and maybe not be much past the 40-yard line.
Adams again with the handoff this time. Flags come in, plays dead. I believe we have a penalty now on the Redmen. Let's mark him back to the 39-yard line. 3:17 to go, third quarter. It'll be 1st and 15.
39-yard line.
So Rock Hill with a penalty of their own now. We'll see if the Vikings can capitalize and get a stop. As Rock Hill's put together a pretty nice drive here on their second possession of the third quarter.
This is Vic County's opportunity right here. You get a good stop, put them in.
Adams swallowed up after a pickup of 2. Allman and Thacker on the tackle there for the Vikings.
Adams handoff. Mr. Levi Giles.
3rd.
By Vinton County's Ian Moeller.
2nd down and 12 now.
Pick up a 3 yards on the play. Brings about 2nd down. 2nd down, 12.
In that clock continuing to run. We're at 2:20 to go. Third quarter action here at Vinton County High School. And thanks to our sponsors, SF Restoration, Precision One Masonry, Buckeye Construction, and Adena Health Systems. Rock Hill to the line. And here's a counter. Can he get the corner? Embry on him. Now reverses field.
There you go, Matt.
And a nice tackle, nice pursuit, nice stop. Following the runner, didn't give up on the play.
Absolutely.
Brought him down, pickup of 0 yards on the play. It's going to be 3rd down and 12. Great job.
What we needed right there. Fire the defense up.
Third down, 12.
Big 3rd down here for the Vikings. Trying to get the ball back before the end of the third quarter. And this is Rock Hill's second drive of the third quarter. The Vikings only had it once.
Yes. Again, like we said, we didn't know if they'd have 5 or maybe 6 possessions total between the two teams before the end of this game.
And there's a handoff, trying to get the corner. Does get it, picks up 7 yards.
Here at midfield, it's 4th down. What's the call here, Nathan? Surely you're going to run the ball.
Yeah, I think if you're Rock Hill, you're going to go here, just because of the special teams woes that we've seen them have.
4th and 4 for the Redmen.
Brad, this is still the third quarter, but could this be the play of the game because of the style play here?
I think so. I mean, they pick up a first down here, they'll continue on, and it'll probably be deep into that fourth quarter before you get the ball back.
Now it looks like Rock Hill's bringing in some different personnel.
They are.
Is this going to be a fake?
You don't know. With the struggles they've had, and they may just bring them out here and call timeout and do something differently.
We have a timeout with 27 seconds left in the third quarter. Wouldn't be shocked to see them come out in an offensive set, Brad, and try to go for this fourth down and fourth to 50.
Come out, line up in the huddle, and quick to the line and try to get something off, you know, with you not being set.
That is true. We've seen Vinton County do that quite a bit in years past, picking up first downs on fourth down less than 4. So we'll see what they do here. We got one punt tonight for 6 yards. Had a block punt. Looks like they're going to punt, or at least come out in punting formation. But they had a block punt last week against Minford.
We'd like to recognize the Viking Club sponsors for this evening: R.M. Williams Funeral Service, Zinn Brothers Automotive, and Austin Powder as the corporate sponsor.
So even though they're in punting formation, Brad, this is a big play because we don't know what's going to happen here.
It means nothing.
So we have 31 seconds left on the clock in the third quarter.
Pee Wee on the clock. He must have fell asleep there.
Yeah. So the snap is back, and the kick's away.
Ooh,
nearly
close.
Blocked. And this one's going to roll inside the 20 to the 14-yard line. As Rock Hill downs it with 20 seconds left. The Vikings will take over for only the second time in the second half, Brad. How important is this drive coming up?
Let's say you get down on their side of the field and you sniff the red zone and you don't get points out of it, and you go inside the 7-minute mark of the fourth quarter, you may not get the ball back. That might be it.
Right.
Might be your last opportunity here. So we don't know. But I would treat this as maybe one of your last 2 opportunities if I was coach.
Right. Vikings need a score on this drive for sure. Mollahan. Got 14 seconds left on the play clock, taking his time. Takes the snap, handoff lane. Bounces outside. There is a flag on the play as Habron falls ahead for about a 3-yard pickup. We'll see what the flag's on. It was as soon as the ball was snapped, the flag was tossed. Again, Brad, this is...
Again, I feel this is pretty important because you may not get the ball again till towards the end of the fourth quarter if you get it at all.
Going to be on the Vikings, legal formation. So 13 seconds left in the third quarter.
Move back to Vinton County's 9-yard line. Brings it about first down and 15.
Shotgun snap drop by Mollahan, pitched
Oh,
over.
boy.
Lane's got it and brought down at the 10 by Rock Hill, tackled by Friend. And that's going to do it for the third quarter. The Vikings will have it second down 15 as we begin fourth quarter action, Brad.
We keep lining Moeller out wide. When are we going to test that? When are we going to test his size somewhere on the sideline, a jump ball of some kind? We keep lining him up out here. Of course, it's always on this short side. I wonder why we're not putting him on the wide side and throwing the ball up and letting him go up and get it.
Not sure, Brad. Being this far deep, I think you just have to try to get some yards, get it out. That way, if you do have to punt, you can try to force Rock Hill to have a little bit longer of a field.
Yeah, we definitely have to do that. And I'm sure that was what Rock Hill considered. We pin them deep, get the ball back at midfield. Probably no different. grind it out and try to get that score late and not give them enough time for us to score.
Couple TVC scores. River Valley leads South Gallia 28-0. Gallia Academy still up on top of Athens 20-7.
What's that Logan Tay's score look like?
Still knotted up at 7.
Interesting.
So we're starting the fourth quarter. There's a pitch. Hembry trying to get the outside. Looked like a face mask. Picks up a yard. Maybe 2.
Toss was to Matt Hembry. Pick up 2 on the play.
So it'll be a big third down here for the Vikings. 3rd and 12. As fourth quarter play has just started here. Vinton County High School, the tie ball game, 7 apiece.
3rd down, 12 yards. Vinton County 12-yard line.
And we've got a timeout by the Vikings.
Timeout, Vinton County.
That's tough. You may need those here late, in what we think might be a last possession. Coach must not have been comfortable in whatever play he called there.
And then Rock Hill ate up 8 minutes of time on that last drive. They drove about 50 yards.
And again, by the time we run this play with punt, this might be down inside of 10 minutes.
Right.
And let's say they run off another 8 minutes. You may get the ball with less than 2 minutes to go, and can you offensively get down the field to either win the game or tie it? So to me, it's time to start playing chess here. You got to start trading things to set yourself into that opportunity to maybe be the last team holding the ball.
And how big is that narrowly missed field goal?
Yeah, absolutely.
At the end of the first half by the Vikings.
Yeah.
The Vikings in the tee. Hembry in motion. Zeke with the ball, looking to pass, now looking to run, nowhere to go. Breaks a couple tackles. He's across the 15 to the 17. He's made something out of nothing.
Yeah. Now he's giving Gabe some room to roam and rugby style kick this ball.
It's an important kick for the Vikings to try to pin Rock Hill as far as they can, as we're under 11 minutes left in this game. Tied up at 7. The French is back to return. We'll see if Rock Hill tries to come after Rashke here.
Do you, or do you set up a return?
I think you come after him. And Rashke, good kick.
Good kick. It's going to roll
Bounces
again.
at the 48, across the 40. And it'll roll all the way to the 29-yard line.
This is a weapon. If you could figure this offense out and get your defense shored up, you've got the tools in your arsenal to control games right now with this punting situation that we got going on with Gabe. I mean, that right there was big. Had we stayed down on that last play and not gotten a good kick like we normally have seen out of Gabe tonight with the last 3, they could be having the ball to 45, and instead we're down, on the 25.
54-yard kick, so it takes the average back up.
I mean, that's a game changer.
And again, that's why I feel like you probably should try to go after the block, because you know the leg that Rashke has.
Mm-hmm.
So the Vikings need a big stop here on defense. Rock Hill with it. Handoff up the middle. Hit and met and pushed back after a pickup of 3. Is French.
Tackle was made by Matt Hembry.
As we are now at the 10-minute mark of the fourth quarter. It'll be 2nd down 7 for Rock Hill.
Pick up a 3 on the play. Brings about 2nd down 7.
Yeah, we've said it multiple times. This is a big defensive series for us. It's important that we bend but don't break here. It's not necessarily we have to stop them on this set of downs, but we've got to keep them on their side of the field.
We'll see if Rock Hill continues that ground and pound up the middle.
You know, if you could stop them here, you can kind of flip the field. And even if you can't get much going offensively, now with Gabe punting, we can pin them down towards the end zone.
There's a handoff and a slip at the line of scrimmage, and the Vikings take Giles down, a gain of maybe a half yard on the play. And is that a flag on the field, Brad?
It wouldn't surprise me. I don't see it.
And there's a face mask against the
You're
Vikings.
You're right.
Flag on the play.
And it's a personal foul variety, Brad. That's 15 yards and a first down.
That is I mean, every one of them come at a bad time, but that's bad.
9:40 to go. Now the ball's at the 49-yard line. So erase the good punt by Ratchke, and Rock Hill has it. Good field position. First and 10. 9:35 to go in this game. Adams takes a snap, hands it off. Up the middle, fighting for more yards is French. Pickup of 7.
That was an easy read there. There was no nose on that one, and I'm not sure what was going on there, Nathan.
So Rock Hill continuing to move the ball. Vikings need a negative play, Brad.
Well, not only that, you know, time is burning now. You're getting down here close to 8 minutes, and even if you get a stop, that's not a ton of time for our offense either.
Adams fumbles the snap, falls on it. So he'll lose a yard, and it'll be 3rd down and 4. That's the play the Vikings needed, Brad. Now you get a couple more stops here.
From the Vinton County 45-yard line.
Try to get the offense back on the field, try to get them a chance to win this ball game. 8:25 to go in the 4th quarter. Vikings and Rock Hill tied up at 7.
Down.
15 seconds on the play clock. Rock Hill breaks the huddle. They're going to have to hurry. Full house backfield. Adams takes the snap, handoff. French hit it and pushes ahead and gets the first down.
Yeah, the second effort got him.
Rock Hill.
That second effort was big there.
Hit initially a couple yards shy.
Yardage enough on that carry for Rock Hill first down.
Rock Hill will have it 1st and 10 at the 39 now. 7:52 to go. 4th quarter here. Vinton County. Great defensive battle tonight between these two teams. Rock Hill. Adams hands it off to the up back, and he's swallowed up at the line and pushed back. Pickup of 1 on the play.
Again, we had penetration at the nose. It just seems like when we get that, we stymie a lot of plays early.
Now that was Gage Clutters on the carry, a new runner.
Imagine that.
For Rock Hill.
They're just pulling them off the bus.
They've had about 7 or 8 so far in this game. Different people toting the ball.
They just got them sent back here in a bus, and they just call out to the bullpen.
Big play here. 2nd down 9. 6:47 to go. 4th quarter. Rock Hill. Adams handoff. French. French has the edge. Runs over a man.
Nice run.
He's going to be brought down 1 yard shy. 2 yards shy of the first down. I believe Hembry was on the tackle there. 6:30 to go, Brad. 3rd down 3. 4 down territory, absolutely, for Rock Hill here.
Yeah, all the way in. They are not going to give the ball back unless you take it from them.
Correction on that. It was the tackle by number 2, Matt Hembry.
15 seconds left on the play clock, 6:10 to go in the ball game. Rock Hill going to have to get to the line and hurry. Under 10 seconds.
Third down and 2.
5 seconds on the play clock. Adams with the snap. Hand off to the up back this time, and he's going to be close to the first down. They're going to look like the spot's going to be about a half a yard shy.
Yeah, looks short.
So we're going to have a 4th down and everything, Brad.
Yeah.
5:43 to go. We'll see if they get up to the line quick and try a quarterback sneak here. Adams is getting play from his coach on the sideline. 5:30 to go.
This is the most important play of this game. Of course, we say that, and you don't know what's going to happen next.
Crowd's getting into this one. 4th and 1. Let's see if the Vikings can hold here on D. Adams with the snap. French with the carry. Tries to get the right side. He does. He's across. Pick up a 4 yards, and he'll get the first down to the 25-yard line.
That's tough. If they continue their march here, I don't know if they're going to leave you any time on the clock.
Ball at the 26. 5:05 to go, third quarter. Rock Hill driving, trying to take that go-ahead touchdown score. We're under 5 now. And Rock Hill in no hurry.
Rock Hill's ball, first down and 10 from Vinton County's 26-yard line.
Yeah, they're going to drain this sucker down to nothing. So
Adams, handoff. And met at the line by Brisker.
Adams hands off to
was DeLong.
Tackle was made by Vinton County.
Great play by Brisker.
Byron Brisker.
Pick up of a yard on the play.
Gain of 1 on the
Brad, and
play.
that clock's still running.
Down, 9.
At what point? Vinton County has 2 timeouts left, Brad. Do they use them on this defensive stand here?
at some point you're going to have to, but I think you wait till it gets inside 2 minutes here, unless there's a big fourth down play here in this series, this particular set of downs here. I don't think you use that any timeouts.
4 minutes even to go in this one, and no flag on the play.
Good bit of movement
French
on both sides.
Tries to get back to the line. He does. Picks up about a half a yard. Really, when we thought there would be a penalty flag, there was none thrown, Brad.
No.
And this is a big third down now, 3rd and 9. It's 3:45 to go in the fourth quarter. Vikings not calling their second timeout just yet. And if you're Rock Hill, 4 down territory here. Next 2 plays, Brad, are any in the air?
No. Take that to the bank, Nathan.
All right. We're still yet to have a completion in this game. So here we go. Adams, and there's going to be a whistle and a timeout by Rock Hill. With 3:12 left on a 3rd and 9.
That's honestly not a bad deal for us, stopping the clock.
Right.
You know, that's good. Because I think they truly want to get this thing down to a limited amount of seconds. Control whether or not the only opportunity that anybody's going to have is for them to either kick or run it in and win the ball game, or it's a tie. So and both are good outcome for them. They want nothing to do with giving the ball back to us.
So is that why you run the ball twice, Brad, and not put it in the air?
I think so. I mean, you take a chance on an interception or a drop ball of some sort. You just don't know.
The Vikings back out on the field. Big 3rd down play here, 3rd and 9 for Rock Hill. 3:12 to go in this ball game.
Following Rock Hill's timeout. 3rd down and 9 from Vinton County's 25-yard line.
French, handoff. And
Big
he's going to
run.
pick up the first down as he gets inside the 15 to the 14.
Now we're at that point, Nathan, where you talk about timeouts. Coach got to start considering.
Pick up 11 yards on the play. Yardage enough for a Rock Hill first down.
And now if you're Rock Hill, you're far enough in where a potential field goal could win you the ball game.
Yeah, and I think you drain the clock down and leave no time, and that's full intentions here. 24-second clock. This set of downs here, you can control this thing all the way down and kick a field goal and leave nothing.
Hand off to the up back. Pushes ahead to the 10.
Adams hands off to
Long.
Long.
So he'll pick up 4.
Tackle was made by number 15, Parker.
We're down to 2:25. Vikings still holding on to those 2 timeouts. Ball's at the 10-yard
4
line.
yards on the carry. Brings it up. Second down, 6 from the 10-yard line.
In the Vikings defense, needing a stop here late in this game, tied up at 7.
Yeah, I think if you're Vinton County here, you're just looking for that stop.
Rock Hill to the line. French with the carry, bouncing to the outside. Nowhere to go. Cuts back inside.
Nice
He's going to
cut.
score. No, he's brought down at the 1.
Wow.
Adams handed out to French.
And Brad, we may have been better off to let him score that
Probably.
touchdown.
I mean, and if you're Rock Hill here, I don't think it's not imperative for you to score the touchdown here anytime soon. I'm not so sure on this play. You just don't try, but if you don't, who cares? You really don't want to leave any time on the clock.
So we're down to 1 minute and 33 seconds left. Rock Hill, full house backfield. Adams, hands off. The Vikings hold.
He's still moving. Forward progress is about the line of scrimmage. Again, that's not a big deal. That's probably something they really wanted, to really burn the clock all the way down.
So DeLong on the carry, brought down at the 1. We got 1 minute and 5 seconds left, Brad.
On the play. Brings up second down and goal from the 1.
Vikings need to bow up and get a stop here. Try to
Yes.
force overtime.
Need to do something special here, fellas.
Any chance, Brad, second down, you put it in the air
No.
to try to catch the Vikings off guard.
No, shoot, no. Now, I honestly run here, and who cares if you don't make it?
Handoff up the middle. Hit again.
Yeah.
Stopped again.
Touchdown.
Second effort, and he's
Yeah,
in
that's
for the score. That was Friend.
36 seconds, kind of like what we thought they would do. Very predictable.
36 seconds left. Rock Hill now leads 13-7.
Told you there early in the 4th that it was going to be a bit of a chess game. You wanted to kind of play your stuff early and leave yourself that opportunity to have the last possession, but not with 36 seconds left.
Right.
Hold by number 9, Dalen Cox.
So we've got a timeout by Rock Hill.
And if you're Rock Hill, this is kind of a big extra point. You want to make sure you make it in case you get one of those explosive plays like Vinton County had earlier. And, then all of a sudden it's an extra point away from a loss. So this is a big extra point for them.
So, Brad, we've seen the Vikings score in 56 seconds. You're going to have about 30 seconds after the return if it's not returned for a touchdown, which we haven't done in quite a few years, by the way. But I'm certain we'll see a squib kick to the 30 or 40-yard line.
Yeah.
So probably no opportunity for a return here. You're going to have about a half a minute to get the ball into the end zone. How do you do that in 30 seconds?
Well, Rock Hill's going to come out in a bit of a prevent. They're going to have 2 deep safeties. The only thing you can really hope for is a missed tackle early, and you run 30 or 40 yards and get out of bounds, and in a few passes maybe.
All right, here's a snap. Snap's good. Kicks up, and the kick is good, just inside the upright. And Rock Hill takes a 14-7 lead.
Now Rock Hill 14, Vinton County 7.
So the Vikings now against the wall.
Yeah, this is tough. I don't know what you dial up here, and unless Rock Hill makes a mistake or a couple mistakes.
Well, Brad, let me ask you this: if Rock Hill comes out in a prevent defense, you've seen what the Vikings have been able to do when they've gotten in the open. Garrett Brown with a big 66-yard run. We've seen Mollahan with a nice 35-yard carry. I mean, if they open things up like that, a couple plays, you could be down into the end zone running the football.
Maybe. But they want you to run because what they're going to do is just run you to the edges and try to run you, keep you in bounds.
Well, if that's the case, if they're still loading the box, Brad, then we take shot down the field, right?
Yeah, but have we thrown it one time tonight? Have we even attempted
We've
it?
tried to throw, but didn't get the pass away.
For Vinton County.
Maybe we're saving it for the right time.
I hope
Brad.
so.
Number 44,
I mean, we've seen some wild things on this field a few times. It could happen. You can't draw it out. Rule it out.
First and foremost, we have to get this return here. It'll be a squib, probably to an up man. DePriest with the kick, and he kicks it. Squibs down the field. This is going to be picked up and has a chance to return here is Mollahan. Mollahan cuts to the right side. He's got a chance. Makes another man miss. All the way across the 50 to the 45, and he's out of bounds at the 43. Now, Brad, we got 26 seconds left. 43 yards to the end zone. Big time return by Mollahan.
It was a very timely return by Mollahan. Very athletic kid. I told you, didn't expect it.
So Rock Hill looks like defensively they're setting up in prevent.
I am if I were them. I'm guarding the sidelines. I'm guarding the end zone. If you want to throw across the middle, that's fine. We're going to come out and tackle you and lay on top of you.
Vikings with two timeouts, 26 seconds left. Remember, the clock will stop if the Vikings get a first down.
They're playing back, so we'll see what we do here. We're actually going to pass. I really think.
Looks to Brown. Brown just off his hands.
Yeah.
That took 6 seconds off the clock. And a flag on the play.
Little extracurricular again.
This could be a 15-yarder on Rock Hill.
Flag on the play.
And the ball was on the 43. And it looks like it's going to be against Rock Hill. So the Vikings are going to get 15 yards on that 6-second play, Brad. And they're now down to the 27-yard line with 20 seconds left, down 14-7.
You're right. You said it could happen, but again, 2 mistakes by Rock Hill here big. You know, the missed tackle on that and now this flag. We've been aided.
Mollahan in the shotgun. Habron next to him. Prevent defense for Rock Hill. Zeke takes it himself up the middle. He's got some room. He's across the 15. He runs out of bounds. Smart move. Gets out of bounds at the 13-yard line with 15 seconds left. Vikings still 2 timeouts. Have a chance to run 2 more plays on the ground.
And that's probably what they'll do here. You're right. And I need to maintain this negative Nancy because it's working between you and I. You predict what's going on. I keep being that negative. And hopefully these kids keep becoming the cardiac kids that they've been here tonight.
Mollahan in the shotgun. Let's see if he goes to the left side this time. He does. The pitch. Lane, can he make a man miss? He does. He cuts back inside the 10 to the 5. Timeout by the Vikings with 8 seconds left. And the Vikings will have it 2nd down and 1 from the 5. With 8 seconds to go, Brad, 1 timeout left. You can still run.
You can. But whatever you do, you've got to get down when you get touched. You've got to get down, and you've got to call that timeout and give yourself that 1 more play.
So the Vikings have the opportunity to run 1, call timeout, run another play.
Yes.
Or take a chance maybe at 2 quick passes to the end zone here if they go that route.
I think they develop so slowly. I can only see 2 seconds maybe, possibly 3. Right. Unless you've got trips to one side and you just immediately turn and throw to the corner of the end zone, I don't think you do it. I think you stick with what you're going on. You go wide.
Try to spread, get some space.
Read that edge and see what happens and give you that option for Zeke to maybe pitch it and live to tell it again another play.
So Rock Hill holds a 14-7 lead. Vikings now with 1 timeout left. The ball is on the 7-yard line. There's 8 seconds remaining in this ball game.
2nd down 4. 7-yard line.
Mollahan will line up, same formation, shotgun. Lane Habron to his right. 2 wide receivers to the right side. Let's see if they run that option to the right. Crowd going crazy here. 8 seconds left. Ratschke in motion. Mollahan looks to
You
pass.
got to get rid of it. Got to
He
get rid
throws
of
to the
it.
end zone. It's caught. Ratschke catches it.
Oh, he's down.
brought down and a timeout called by the Vikings with 1 second left. Timeout with 1 second left on the clock. They're going to call Ratschke down just short of the goal line with a second to go, maybe 2. Like 1 or 2 seconds remaining.
Yeah, it looked a lot like 2. It looked a lot like 2. I mean, there's no difference between 2 and 1 for us.
Not
it's one
in
play.
this situation. Yeah, out of
but
timeouts.
it looked a lot like 2 when they put their hands together. But
so we'll see what the referees
there's
say.
time on the clock.
2 seconds left on the clock. So the Vikings call timeout. Brad, we're on the 1 yard line. It's 14-7. We're out of timeouts. There's 2 seconds remaining. What do you dial up in this situation?
Nate, I'm not even going to take a guess, man. I mean, I've been wrong all night long. Coach, that's why Coach is getting paid the money down there. I'm not doing it. I'm not doing it to us.
So we're going to have the Vikings, Ratschke out in the slot. We'll see if they try to go to the left side here, maybe with Lane, maybe that option.
It's wide on that side. I really feel more comfortable if we're on the left hash.
Gonna stop and play.
We just don't need any mistakes here. We need no laundry on the field.
Once again, first down.
So 2 seconds to go, 14-7. Rock Hill leads Vinton County here. The Vikings trying to give themselves a chance. Mollahan under center. Will he sneak it? He does. And he's in for the score!
There you go, baby.
Zeke Mollahan, the 1 yard quarterback sneak.
Yes.
And we are a point away from tying this game up. Brad, do we go for 2?
Are you going to call this out on me now?
Well, we're sitting in the kicking unit.
You're at home.
I go for 2, Brad.
At home.
I go for 2.
At home, you got a good kicker.
I know what they say, but I go for the win right here. You got all the momentum. Sneak it with Zeke again and get in there.
Man,
we're going to kick it.
Big cojones right there.
We're going to kick it.
Well, we're lining up to kick it.
Oh, this couldn't be another
no, please.
fake field goal like the 96 Jackson game, could it?
Let's just split the uprights. What do we got?
We've got a player
not
on the field now.
What do we got going on here?
We've got an official's timeout now. The play clock's not running.
Yeah.
The Vikings have 12 men on the field.
Probably. Somebody needs – Dusty, get on the horn. They got too many on the field. Dusty, you've got 12.
We're good?
Please put the play clock on my whistle.
The referees have yet to realize that we have 12 men on the field. None of them are counting.
It's too late. They didn't call it.
And the kick's good, and it's tied. It is a tie ball game.
It is.
With no time left.
That was, I know, it was 12.
The Vikings somehow score with 36 seconds to go. Tie the ball game up, Brad, at 14 apiece.
I love it. It's hard. But that was another blown call.
It's happened all night, Brad.
I know. I hate it.
So we're set.
I don't know how somebody down there wasn't counting. How do we miss that? How is it up here we can see that, but we can't see it down there?
We got a better view, Brad.
I know. I need to just give up on it.
Nonetheless, it goes in the scorebook as a touchdown and an extra point, Brad. We are tied up at 14, and we get extra football tonight,
Absolutely.
Brad.
That's the great part. The drone gets to go back up.
I hope we have enough batteries.
We'll see. Very exciting.
So we're going to have a 3-minute break before we start this overtime period. Brad, what an exciting ending to that. The Vikings, all but dead. All but dead. Rock Hill does exactly what you expect them to do. They milk the clock the entire fourth quarter. They run it down. They score with less than 40 seconds left. Take all the wind out of this stadium here. And the Vikings, who really, Rock Hill playing the prevent defense, allowed the Vikings to get out in space. And we've seen all night tonight, when the very few chances they've had to get in space, they've made things happen. And they made it happen all the way down inside the 2 to the 1 with 2 seconds left. The Vikings used their timeouts wisely, and they managed to punch it in.
Well, I'm going to say you called that, Nathan. I mean, you called it from the start. All that stuff that come down through there, that was something else by what happened with Vinton County there. I mean, and you called all that. You said we were going to do those things, and they happened. I mean, I did not expect that. I really didn't.
I think the key in the overtime period is to do the same thing. You need to get out in space. You need to get the corner, run that option play. Had a lot of success with that option play. It is a dangerous play, though. You are throwing the ball in the air. Anytime you do that, you know. I
mean, you called the pass. You said two timeouts, a big return. You were on that. I'm proud of you.
I've been lucky tonight, Brad.
No.
Been lucky.
No, you've been on spot.
What an exciting game, Brad.
Man.
What an exciting game. This is what Friday Night Football is all about, Brad. 14-14, Vinton County and Rock Hill knotted up. The Vikings have not led tonight. Have they not led? Rock Hill scored first, right?
Yes, you're right.
The Vikings came back, tied it. Same thing happened in the fourth quarter. Wow.
Hey, a lot of heart out of our kids. I didn't expect that at all. I didn't expect that last series.
So overtime rules for high school, much like college. If you watch college football, I believe college starts at the 25. The high school overtime rules, you will start on, one team will have the offensive side at the 20-yard line. They'll start with the ball on the 20-yard line, and they'll have down and distance to try to score. If they fail to score, the other team gets the ball. Any point will win the game. Field goal, touchdown. If there's a tie after the first overtime, we keep going. And on this particular field, we've had a triple overtime game, and that's the most that we've ever had on this field. It was in 2001 against the Alexander Spartans. We won 21-20.
You are just a plethora.
So we'll see.
Of historical knowledge.
We'll see if we can win this overtime game.
Was our last overtime game here in Nelsonville?
Nelsonville, we lost by a field goal. We'll see if we can change that tonight with a win against Rock Hill. 14-all, first overtime. Vikings have it 1st and 10 on the 20. Shotgun by Mollahan. Takes the snap, hands it to Lane. Crisscross play. Garrett Brown has it. He spins. He's inside the 10, down to the 9.
Great run by Garrett.
Nice spin move. That's the second time Garrett spun. Picked up some more yards. The Vikings will have it 1st and goal from the 9 now, and all the momentum in the world for the Vikings. If they can score quick here and kick that extra point, puts all the pressure on Rock Hill.
Tackle was made by number 58, David Jenkins.
And the Vikings moving the ball really well with that shotgun formation. Mollahan in it again. Abram to his right. Snap back, looking for the pitch. Takes it himself, looking for the corner now. Calls out a block. Mollahan to the end zone. Touchdown, Vikings! And the Vikings take a 20-14 lead in the first overtime.
My goodness. Oh, wow.
On the block. Set it all up.
How about that? The senior quarterback calling the block from the sophomore tailback.
And that only comes with experience.
Huge extra point now for the other Hayburn, spelled differently. Snap, low, picked up. Vikings got to do something now, and it's not going to work.
That's tough.
So a rough snap there. Now the Vikings all but have to keep Rock Hill out of the end zone, Brad.
Yeah. Yeah, this is probably going to be the last one, you know. They're either going to score or not score, and this ball game's over. Yeah, I guess they could always miss the extra point.
They could, but Rock Hill, again, their kicker has been very, very good.
Yeah.
tonight.
Have the chance from the 20-yard line.
So the Vikings have one more chance on defense to stop this Rock Hill team. Brad, the last time Rock Hill was in the red zone, they wound up scoring a touchdown. How do we prevent that from happening this time?
I don't have an answer for that. I don't, and I'm not going to question
Maybe a fumble?
Maybe that would be great. Wouldn't that be timely right now?
It would be, absolutely.
I'm not questioning the heart and soul of this team right now because they've been able to pull off a few miraculous things here late in this ball game.
Dew beginning to settle a little on the field. Ball could be a little bit slick. That might have been a part of the bad snap there by the Viking special teams. We got a official timeout to reset the play clock. So Rock Hill's got it now. Full house backfield. Adams with it. Handoff to number 30. He's up across the 15 and brought down at the 15. That was Giles on the carry.
Tackle was made by number 15.
Second down, 5.
5-yard gain on the carry.
And downs don't necessarily matter right now, Brad. It's 4 down territory for the Rock Hill. As Adams runs back in with the play. And we're in overtime number 1. The Vikings lead 20-14. Adams under center. Handoff Giles again, looking for the outside, cuts it back up the middle, and he's going to be stopped short of the first down.
Adams gives to
I'll take that.
2 yards shy, down to the 12-yard line.
Brings about 3rd down and 2.
Again, 4 down territory.
And 3 on the play.
Vikings need a stop to win this ball game. Adams with it, under center. And there's a handoff up the middle and fighting for the first down. Looks like it is a first down. Was DeLong. So now Rock Hill have 1st and goal from the 10-yard line, Brad, as we're being attacked by praying mantises. On the booth.
Flew right into my head. I didn't even notice it. Now, what in the world is going on? Then it stuck to my shoe.
They're everywhere, Brad. It's like the midges in Cleveland.
Yeah, he's a big one, too.
Yes. Adams under center at the 10. 1st and goal. Handoff. Looking for room on the right side. Hit.
Good
and
job.
Stopped.
Good job, fellas.
By Mollahan. Pick up a 3, though, Brad. 2nd and goal from the 7.
He's met by number 7, Zeke Mollahan.
20-14. Vikings lead. Trying to hold on to this one for the first win of the season.
2nd down and 7.
And what an exciting game here in week 2.
No matter the outcome, this game ended up being very exciting. And
very
the
entertaining.
last half of the 4th quarter, absolutely.
Goal to go.
2nd and 7, a big, big play right here, Brad.
Yeah.
Adams throws over the middle. Knocked away by Fott.
Wow.
Tried the trickeration, Brad. We talked about it.
Great read by Fott.
Now it's 3rd and 7, Brad.
When the ball first went up, I thought we were in trouble, and he kept on his hip. He was able to get the mid up and knock it away.
What awareness. What awareness by the corner, Brad. They've thrown one pass all night.
That's unbelievable for what's come prior to this game. And that's a great call by Rock Hill coaching.
It was, absolutely, yes. We talked about if they would try that. 3rd down, 7. We'll see if they go back to the ground. They do. Hand off to 7. He's got a hole. Gets hit. Knocked back at the 3-yard line.
Here it is.
Was Friend. And we've got a 4th and goal from the 3-yard line, Brad.
Yeah. I just. What do you dial up here, Nathan?
Oh, you run it.
There's a good chance of that.
All right. It's do or die for the Vikings, Brad. What's the saying? Ride or die?
Ride or die.
It's time to ride or die. Let's see if the Vikings maybe they call a timeout here. I don't know. We'll see. Each team gets a timeout. None have been called yet in the first overtime. 20-14. Vinton County leads. 4th down and 3. And it's going to come down to a timeout by Rocky.
Yep. You've been on. You've been spot on tonight, Nathan.
I got the feeling, man.
You do.
Got the feeling.
You've been able to do it tonight.
So if you're Rock Hill, I'm sure you've got that one play that you practice that 99% of the time it's there.
Yeah. That 3-yard play.
Have we seen it tonight? Are we going to see something tricky here, Brad?
I mean, they pulled that out. I didn't expect that little pop pass. I did not at all. I don't expect another pass. No. I don't know. They haven't done a ton of misdirection stuff, man. They just
right. It's either up the gut or around the end.
Yeah. If I'm Rock Hill, I wanted to say Ironton.
Well, they're Ironton Rock Hill.
Yeah. I don't think you outthink yourself here. You just do what works for you. And
Brad, all night long they've been getting 3 yards up.
Yes.
And right now they're 3 yards away from tying the game. Vikings need one stop to get a win.
You do. I think it relies on getting some penetration right there in the middle of the defensive line, up the middle. If we can get a little penetration at the start of this play, maybe create some havoc.
We'll see if Coach Carper counters with a timeout of his own. They reset the play clock. Looks like we're going to play this one out. All right, this is the game, Brad Rose. Adams, and there was a false fumble. Fumble on the play. They call the false start, though. Wow. The flag comes out late. They call the false start. So they'll have one more play from the 8-yard line, as that was the right call. There was a false start. There was a fumble on the snap. So Rocky will have it for one more play at the 8-yard line. As if this game couldn't get any more intense or any crazier, Brad.
And honestly, from the 8 opens up a few different plays for you.
Absolutely it does.
You know? Now, whether or not they do anything different here, I don't think you run up the middle here anymore from 8 yards
no,
out.
you got to look to the outside, and you could try a pass play from this spot. So again, 4th down and 8. Game on the line. Snap. Look for the pass. On him. Got the swing pass.
To get it.
And he's going to score.
Wow. Wow.
French with the screen pass and in, Brad.
That was a great call. They set that play up perfectly.
20-20, and they're an extra point away from leaving Vinton County with a win.
Well, and my goodness, look at the heart of those kids. That was a great play call. Great execution. I really thought we had him in the backfield there.
So we've got a late sub in. And the clock stopped, and I'm not sure why the clock was stopped. The snap's back, kicks up, and the kick is good. There was 4 seconds left on the play clock, and it stopped.
Yeah, I don't know what was going on there.
Not sure. What a game, Brad.
Oh, absolutely.
What a game.
Absolutely. That was tough right there at the end. The false start negated, the fumble. It happens.
So Rock Hill, in dramatic fashion, they will leave MacArthur with a 21-20 win in overtime against the Vinton County Vikings, spoiling the 2022 home opener.
Yeah.
What an exciting game.
It was very exciting. The outcome wasn't what we wanted, but, man, we got what we paid for tonight.
Absolutely. You look at the last quarter, this game was offensively, it was spurty, Brad. Rock Hill did what they did. They ran the ball. They moved the ball almost all game long. They did the same thing last week against Memphis. They were able to score a couple times here. Vinton County moved the ball in chunk plays. Looked pretty good at times on offense. I think there's some things that we can build off of this one going into the Trimble game next week. It's a tough one to swallow when you lose in overtime. And it comes down to a kick in overtime at the end there.
Yeah.
You can second guess everything all day long. But at the end of the day, it was a fantastic finish between two teams that never gave up.
No.
Vinton County was dead to rights. They came back, managed to score, managed to kick that extra point to tie the game up. Vinton County takes that momentum into overtime. They score, miss the extra point. Rock Hill, 4th and 9. 4th and 9. And they throw a pass. They throw a pass. First completed pass all night, and it gets them
I told you, I just felt like being on the 8-yard line was there was just more options. There was more things to open up and do different things, and I felt maybe that was going to be a detriment for us. And here's what's amazing. We talked about it being an old school smash mouth football, run the ball down your throat game, and it was for almost the entirety of the game. And really 3 pass plays decided the outcome of that thing at the end of the game and late. You know, the batted ball that we had down there, that was a big – the little screen pass there that they had to pretty much win the game. And ours down here when we just didn't expect those things.
Right.
And here we are, I'm preaching it's going to be a run game, and the 3 most important plays in the game were passes. Yeah.
All right, so I think we're going to go ahead. We'll see if we've got any stats here. We do. So we'll go ahead and go over some stats, and then we'll go ahead and sign off. All right, so Vinton County and Rock Hill. Rock Hill wins the ball game 21-20. Levi Giles opened up scoring with a 6-yard run in the second quarter, followed by a Garrett Brown 66-yard touchdown run. And then in the fourth quarter, Brock Friend on a 2-yard run just before the end of the game, and Zeke Mullahan followed with a 1-yard run. In overtime, Mullahan with a 10-yard run, and French with a 9-yard pass from Braden Adams. First downs, Rock Hill had 17, Vinton County had 8. Rushes, 57 rushes for Rock Hill for 228 yards, 26 for 201 for the Vikings. Passing, Rock Hill 2 passes, 1 completion. Vinton County 3 passes, 2 completion, and the 1 completion won the ballgame.
Yeah.
Total offensive plays and yardage, 59 for 237 for Rock Hill, 29 for 207 for the Vikings. Not enough offensive plays, and that's just plain and simple.
Well,
keep away.
I know we're reading down the list, but skip on down there to the time of possession.
Time of possession, 34-25 for Rock Hill, 13-45 for the Vikings.
That's really the difference in the game.
Yeah.
I mean, your defense was on the field for long periods, and you just could not control the ball long enough to get an offense flowing.
Right. So Rock Hill had 1 punt return. 1 punt return for 4 yards. Kickoff returns for the Vikings had 1 for 34, that big return to set up that last-second touchdown by Zeke Mullahan in the fourth quarter. Rock Hill had 2 punts for 20.5-yard average, and Vinton County had 3 punts for a 48.3-yard average. Rock Hill had 2 fumbles and lost 1. And penalties. 7 penalties for 62 yards for Rock Hill, 10 penalties for 83 yards for the Vikings.
That was ugly football as far as penalties.
Again, the time of possession, 34-25 to 13-45. Third down conversions, Rock Hill 5 of 11, the Vikings 0 of 5. Fourth down conversions, 3 out of 4 for Rock Hill, including that last conversion in overtime that tied the ball game up, and the Vikings were 0 for 1. Red zone scores, 3 out of 3 for Rock Hill, 2 out of 3 for the Vikings. So a little bit better than last week. Put up 20 points this week in overtime. So a little bit better on the offensive side of the ball. Rushing for Rock Hill, Cordell French, 7 carries, 91 yards. Chase Long, 14 carries for 61 yards. Giles, 5 carries for 46 yards. Stamper, 2 carries for 14 yards. Friend, 4 carries for 10 yards, including that touchdown. Skylar Kidd, 2 carries for 5 yards. Gage Cutters, 1 carry for 1 yard. And Adams had 2 carries for no yards. Vinton County's Garrett Brown had 7 carries for 101 yards. He broke the 100-yard mark. Zeke Mullahan, 8 carries for 68 yards. Lane Habron, 7 carries for 23 yards. Matt Embry, 2 carries for 7 yards. Gabe Ratchke, 1 carry for 1 yard. And Thacker had 1 carry for 1 yard. We do have passing stats now, Brad.
Well, I was cutting you off. I didn't think about that part.
Passing, Rock Hill, Braden Adams had 2 passes for 9 yards, and Mullahan had 2 passes for 6 yards.
My goodness.
Cordell French had 1 catch for 9 yards, which was the
game-winning
winner.
catch. Yeah.
And Ratchke had 1 catch for 5 yards, and Lane Habron had 1 catch for 1 yard.
Listen,
so that's the stats.
I've got to go back to it again. How many minutes are in a high school football quarter?
12.
How many minutes did we have the ball tonight, Nathan?
Just over a quarter.
That's tough.
Almost right out of
To be in a game
Quarter
and really have it come down to the way it is and only control the ball for 1/4 of the game, one quarter, that's saying something. And to put up 200 yards in just that one quarter.
Right.
I mean, if we can get this offense flowing, and if we could have just got a little more control of the game there, maybe we can get that going. And, man, it can be exciting. This offense could be explosive and exciting. The defense did not play poorly. It's hard to stop that kind of offense. I mean, it's just tough. Overall, there's some good things to take away from this game. But most definitely, I know Coach tomorrow morning, during game film, breaking down film. I'm not sure if we have a JV game tomorrow or Monday, but I'm sure they're going to be talking about penalties. Going to be talking about, honestly, they shored up their tackling in that second half where I thought it was a little bit of an issue early.
Right.
And offensively, just a lot of our misdirection doesn't seem to be working for us right now. And I don't know if it's because consistently we have defenders in the backfield, when our plays are trying to develop, but we just cannot get that flow. And I think if we could kind of get rolling, and you saw it there after Garrett had that big play, we rolled just a little bit. But we just never could control the ball long enough to get a flow going on offensively.
All right, so we'll be back next week. We'll be here for the Trimble game. First time we're going to take on the Trimble Tomcats since 1994. So we'll rekindle a rivalry there, such as we did tonight, as it had been 17 years since we played Rock Hill. So that's going to wrap up our broadcast here on BMG Media. We also, before we get out of here, we want to give our Adena player of the game.
Yeah.
Bradley, I'm going to let you go ahead and pick it this week. The Adena player of the game for the Vinton County Vikings in week number 2, the home opener.
Well, you got to mention a kid like Mollahan. I mean, he was there and did some things there late to really kind of solidify that game and put us in contention there late to win the game. But to me, both sides of the ball, we call Garrett Brown's name quite often. And for him to eclipse that 100-yard mark here, I mean, that's pretty killer. Nothing wrong with that. And I think I'm going to vote for Garrett this week.
All right. Good. Great game by Garrett Brown. Had a big play on offense, a lot of tackles. Going to be one of the leading tacklers once we go through the defensive stats, and we see those after this one. So congratulations to Garrett Brown, the Adena Health Systems Player of the Week in week 2. So for one final time, the Vinton County Vikings fall here in their home opener 21-20 in overtime to the Rock Hill Red Team. For Brad Rose, I'm Nathan Lamb. You've been listening and watching live action from BMG Media Vinton County. We'll see you next week.
And go Vikes.